Yeah, who gives a shit?
Based.
I'll deal with that later. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just intro here real quick. Welcome to episode 8 of Digicord Radio. I'm Will the Dill. Of course, with me there is Edubs, as always. And today we have two very special guests. The duo of mods, past mods of Digicord.
Former mods.
Thosetimis and Ghuntz. How are you guys?
I'm pretty alright. Actually, no, I'm terrible. This was the worst day of my life.
Yeah, I had a little issue. I'm doing all right, man. I'm glad to be on.
Alright, well,
Glad to talk to
Based.
everyone again.
Base. Alright, just a disclaimer before we go real deep into this. I'm kind of tired and
Okay.
drunk, and I just watched a very emotionally taxing movie, which is quite exhausting, but it doesn't matter. I'm ready for this.
Okay, 5
And
hours. maybe.
yeah. I really have no fucking idea what we're going to talk about in this one because I have not interacted with either Thosetimis or Ghuntz at all, basically. And I just know
Alright.
that Thosetimis is Albertan and that he hates rats and
I
kills all
hate
of them.
rats. I kill rats
Yeah.
on sight. If you're a rat, fucking come at me. I'll fucking kill you.
What's your body count?
Yeah, we don't.
My body count? Too high to. I don't remember that shit, dude.
He's like
insert-
he's like the fucking Heidrich Reinhardt of
Yeah, exactly.
of Alberta.
Just imagine that copy pasta about the Marine guy and he's
Yeah.
got like a million
confirmed
confirmed kills.
Yeah,
That's just yeah. Actually, there was something I had thought about today that I hadn't thought of in a while. So this would be a good place to start, I think. So Ghuntz, like you never came, unlike literally everybody else, you never came to Digicord. You just knew Digi before he started it, and that's why he had you be the mod. So
Well, that's not.
Can you kind-
That's not entirely true. All right.
that's not entirely
No.
true.
So the process of me becoming a mod was kind of strange because I joined right.
But you didn't know Digi before.
I didn't know
Digicord,
about
right?
Digi. I didn't personally know him. No.
Oh, okay.
No. I ended up talking to him a bit, not much, because of my role as a mod. But anyway. Yeah, I didn't become a mod because he knew me. I remember that in the first weeks of the Discord, when it first existed, the first couple weeks, there wasn't any moderation. I mean, it was Digi doing most of that stuff. He was basically looking over the server all the time. He was fully into discussing and talking through that, much more than later. He was basically a ghost. He didn't ever talk in the Discord after 2017 or 2018, right?
Yeah.
But at the beginning, in the first
So-
few weeks, he was very active. Anyway, it's a tangent, but I'm getting to the point. So he was looking for someone to help with the responsibilities, and he's like, "Okay, I'm going to vote. Basically, I'm going to make a vote to see what the people want, because there was, I don't know how many people there were at the start, a couple hundred perhaps, but there was a poll, and I don't know who was the one who nominated it." Or nominated me or whoever else, but I was the one chosen for some reason, and I took the responsibility, and that was it.
All right.
Huh.
So you are democratically elected, basically.
Yeah, consider that either a praise or an indictment of democracy.
I mean, I'm sure everyone, even today, will know the Ghuntz will do nothing meme.
Oh, God,
Yeah, we can
that's
talk
another
about that
story.
when we get to it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What? So, and Thosetimis, you became a mod much later, right?
Much later. I
can-
became a mod in March of last year,
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, I remember because I was there. I was like,
which happened basically by accident.
I wasn't even there to witness
I was
it.
just because I was saying at Manga Club, because Manga Club was inspired by Econ had run a Manga Club in early 2018 in the server. Were you there for that, Ghuntz?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I
Were you
read a
in there?
couple
Okay.
of those. I read Sundome because of that.
You read Sundome because of that? Yeah, Sundome. Fucking Christ. I knew Miki was in there, but I wasn't sure if you were there. Yeah. So because Econ had a manga club back in early 2018, I like wanted to bring that back, and I'm like, hey, I DM'd Digi and was like, hey, I want to be able to like pin messages so that people know what the current reading is.
Right.
And he's like, okay, and then he just made me a mod.
That sounds like Digi. By the way,
Okay.
when you fucking left, Drake tried to fucking like keep the manga club going, but it died like a few months ago.
I know it did.
Yeah.
I knew. I mean, I was pretty frustrated with Manga Club when I left because the engagement on it was terrible.
Yeah.
People
And
weren't talking about
it completely died when you weren't there.
Yeah, which is why I was comfortable just like abandoning it because I was the one that was most invested in it, and I was really frustrated because nobody else was talking about the manga. I was like me. It felt like me reading the manga every week and then nobody else talking about it. I'm like, what am I doing this for?
Yeah, I can say that like personally, like as a well, I don't know if I would say I'm a fan anymore, but like as someone that used to be a fan of Digi, I'm very much part of the like has maybe read like half a manga once crowd and just watches anime. So I think there's a lot of people that are like that just like haven't really gotten. Well, wait, no, I read that short manga once, so I've technically read.
But there was a lot of people in the manga club who like wanted or like expressed interest in participating, like. But a lot of them just like wouldn't read the manga because what I think the fatal flaw was is that because of the way how Econ had done it back in 2018 is he selected like 5 manga that he had read because Econ had read like a ton of manga, more than any of us even at this point. And he would just like give us 5 manga and we would vote on it. But I think because I had set it up so that anybody could nominate a manga, it felt like people were just waiting for their manga to come up so that they could talk about their manga that they
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And they didn't really have any interest in reading other people's manga.
See, recently I established the album of the week thing in Digicord. And it's kind of like a system where each of us like introduce an album to the server like every week, but like the participation so far has been really good, and then it's like
it's been really good.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
See, because Ghuntz talked or Wada talked about that rather. Because he had the same thing, and his version of album of the week had the exact same problem as Manga Club, is that people were just waiting for their album to come up.
Yeah. Well,
it's
so
very
far,
surprising that you have managed to get engagement.
Yeah. Somehow, I've, a lot of people have like expressed extensive thoughts on like all of the albums, myself included, and it's pretty cool.
It's really a shame because the first week of Manga Club we did Okami Shonen. And like me and Roro like talked about it like endlessly in voice chat. We had a podcast about it. There was so much discussion for the first week.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I rember all the fucking posting of that girl. What's her name?
Botan?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Ghuntz. I wanted to remember. I was in Digicord today, and I noticed Majin still has the name Lol Econ. That's his name in Digicord.
That's a deep cut, dude.
Do you remember when that happened, Ghuntz?
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god. What was
you probably just forgot.
Yeah. So. This was around the time that we read Okami Shonen, like early 2018. We were like making fun of Econ for something. Econ was being gay, as Econ is, tends to do.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we all thought it would be funny to change our profile picture and names to Econ. So we just copied his profile picture and like made like, several puns on Econ. So Majin had Lolicon, which he still has to this day for some fucking reason.
That's a pretty fucking good name.
Perfect.
And I remember he like changed his profile picture to a color page of Botan from Okami Shonen. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, that's what you do when you think about.
And he was like,
you just lol.
Right. It was. Wait, where'd it go? I just saw it. It was this. So he changed his profile picture to this, and then he was like, "No one's ever gonna find this because it was like a Twitter image." From the author's Twitter, but then obviously everyone just had spec elemented it and then got it. So everyone for like 3 days had just like Econ profile pictures and names. It was really funny.
Nice.
Bullying Econ is something I can get behind.
Bullying Econ was a Gen 2 institution, dude.
Did Econ used to? I guess he used to be like way more active, right?
Yeah.
Econ was like the most active member in Digicord. For like a week at a time, he would just be there, and then he eventually fell off, and then every like couple of months he would come in for a day, and then just like spam.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember that legendary legendary day in fucking discussing digi content. When because Econ didn't like the I think it was like the writing workshop thing that Digi was trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that conversation. Holy shit, that was amazing. The fucking channel just like kept going for like hours and hours and hours. It was incredible.
I mean, Econ would do that all the time because Digi likes talking to Econ, respects Econ. So whenever Econ showed up in discussing Digi, Digi would also show up, and so everyone would just converge in discussing Digi for like 8 hours at a time. Every single time Econ showed up in there.
Yeah, it was
always a shitstorm.
Writing workshop, by the way, today is original content, and
yes.
I mean, it's still like the most dead channel, but I mean, at least you can post anything, right? I always post like these podcasts.
That's the cool thing about original content is that because it's so dead, whatever you post in there, like naturally, it's just gonna get like people are gonna see it.
Yeah, people will see it.
That's nice.
Because everyone just clicks on it, and then like over time. So yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of true.
Fucking move this. I should probably. Okay.
Whenever I do
we're talking about Econ drama. There was I don't know if you guys knew, but Endless Jets was actually active in the server for a hot minute, and then got in like a terrible fucking like real argument with Econ and left the server.
Oh my god.
What was that about? Do you remember what that was about, Ghuntz?
I don't specifically remember what
it was in discussing
about.
Digi. I forgot what it was. Econ was just being Econ, and Endless Jess and Econ are not personalities that can mix.
No, I know they don't.
Really?
They went very bad very quickly.
Yeah,
they do.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I guess I can see that with Econ being so self-serious and Endless Jess being Endless Jess. Like
yeah. I mean, I've not interacted with Econ myself, like at all. I've actually like just closed the fucking Discord anytime he would show up because I just can't stand him.
I worked with.
I'm not even saying that the self-seriousness is necessarily bad. I mean, it does mean that he like.
I mean, I don't hate Econ. I don't hate Econ. Yeah. I just personally just was like, no, I'm not here for this. Just like, I'll be back in an hour.
When Econ is good, it's real good, and when Econ is bad, it's like real bad. That's the impression I get.
Yeah. So
I think I'm the one that knows him the most outside of like the other, like Digi, for example, because I actually had to work for him. I don't know if anybody was there at that time, but do you remember when I had to edit that anime video that he was doing?
No.
On his YouTube channel?
I wasn't there.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, I had to. He was looking for editors for like it was a Eurocamp video that he wanted to make and upload to his YouTube channel, and I was like, I mean, I guess I know how to edit a little bit, and he didn't hire me because he didn't pay me anything. I just did it because I wanted to. But I edited this video, and I had to work with him for like 2 or 3 weeks, constantly listening to his advice on what to do on the video. You know, looking at his script. You know, sending him edits of the videos, the versions, so he could change the slightest things and say, okay, make sure it turns at this, at this speed a little faster, stuff like that. It was just he's very particular when it comes to work, but the guy has he has a vision for a lot of the stuff that he makes. I can respect that. And if you've seen his videos, they're all really well made.
Yeah, I mean,
he's very passionate, right?
I was really a fan of Econ's videos at the time. And even that Eurocamp video was pretty good. Too bad it's dead.
Yeah, I still have the raw files in my computer, but I don't know if they're gonna get like blocked again for some reason.
Yeah, you said like you would ask him if you wanted to if he wanted you to re-edit it.
But he just said it's up to you.
He's like, fuck it. He just doesn't care.
Nah. Even though that video had like 30,000 views.
Fuck, ow.
All right, and all right. So let's try to keep going. What did you do as a mod of Digicord?
Nothing. That's
nothing.
You answered the question.
Yeah, nothing.
All right. So the meme is true, I guess, except you banned that person who said that.
Yeah, that's
it was student
of Ethereum.
Right? Yeah.
Do we want to talk about student? Because I feel like Miki kind of like undersold student's presence. when he talked about her in his episode.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I'm always interested in learning about the fucking old heads.
Yeah, I mean,
so
she was there constantly,
like
at the beginning.
Yeah,
A big
it's
part
like
of the-
well, yeah. I didn't know student in like Gen 1, but
Gen 1.
Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah, so
you know,
I
before
remember she would be very active in all the discussions. We even had our own podcast at the time that we were doing called Digi Boys. The videos are still on YouTube, by the way. Boys being BOIS.
Yeah, you can find a podcast. I think the Fully Coolly episode with like student and. I forgot what else.
Yeah, we had a bunch of videos talking about anime. We'd either watch it in group or individually, and then we'd talk about it and record it. It was pretty simple. But she was in a lot of those. She was very active. But eventually, it was kind of the same situation with Jess, where the friction that she was causing with the rest of the users was pretty volatile at times. And it kind of reached the climax with Econ, of course, because it had to be with him.
Yeah. I think what happened is like, so when WADA made Ohio and everyone from Ohio basically left except for sorry, someone walked out my door. Everyone in Ohio left, and it kind of like left like really only two big figures in the server, which was Econ and Student. And so everyone,
and it was the battleground.
Yeah, so everyone who came in over like the next 2 months, because Student got banned in like early February. So through all of December and January, like most discussions were just like Econ, and Student just like fucking fighting all the time. And so you come in like I did in that environment, and it's like, Miki described it as like a battle between like Student Econ. I feel like it was almost more of like a war between like Team Econ and Team Student, because Student had people who liked her and who appreciated her,
and actually who sided with her in the.
It was Leth, right? That started the argument. That got her banned.
Obviously no hard feelings.
Obviously Leth is
4 fucking years ago. But yeah, he sided with her against Econ, and he was obviously someone who also had some beef or some friction with Econ. So it was the perfect time for him to start voicing those opinions about him.
Yeah,
this is somewhat kind of relevant to recent history, because literally the same day as we recorded the last episode with Pepsi, that's the day that Lydia got banned from Digicord, which was like the first big ban for a while, like basically since Digi left the server to Dark, right?
You know what's funny? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah.
Don't remember doing what?
Wait, what?
Did I do that, or was it not?
No, Dark banned
Lydia, like last
week. That's like 2 weeks ago. Like, yeah.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah. No.
Bans in Digicord are so interesting because they're so rare. So anytime that it happens, it feels like a huge event.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the same story that you just told about the student. Like their interaction with the rest of the server was like too toxic at all times.
If you want to know,
it was kind of like the same thing.
Student and Lydia are in some ways very similar people, but Student is like 10 times worse.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, well,
could get,
or at least she was. I've heard from people that like Student has chilled out over in years past.
Well, that's good.
I'm kind of like, I don't really want to talk about Lydia too much because I'm a central part of that big drama in a way.
I mean, we're gonna have to when we get to the
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I'm sure we'll cover all of the Lydia stuff one day. I'll just it was kind of like a big thing that she got banned recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a big part of like the general server stance is just that it's kind of like it's not a thing that like anybody's like super hype about. It's more like a thing where it's just like something that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of feels like shitty about it.
Yeah, no, Team Econ was like, hell yeah, Student's gone. Which is me. I was like, hell yeah, Student's gone.
See, the impression that I get from Student was somebody that was like, basically constantly just going at it. Essentially,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah,
right?
Imagine
very
like Lydia
passionate
in
person.
political discussion, but in every channel,
Yeah.
Mm.
all the time.
Yeah, that could be an issue
It's,
for
it's,
sure.
it's,
Particular-
it's intimidating.
Particularly she was active in Anime Talk, which is the most active channel at the time, probably by far.
It still is. I mean, we're all anime
It's
boys.
very different now, but
I'm sure it is.
But yeah. After
By the way,
like,
I myself haven't been active in the last 2 weeks. I just started school and
Damn.
took all of my time, so that's why I'm not posting.
Yeah, that can happen.
Are you
at
going to
times.
school, or are you
It's-
just downloading?
No,
Zoom?
it's by Zoom, of course.
Of course.
Also, my dad this morning just came down to me like in my room and was like, "Hey, I tested positive for COVID-19, so you probably have it too." Like he's just in my face talking to me, and I'm like,
shit.
"Well, I guess I have COVID now, so whatever happens, I can't be going to school anytime soon."
You're paused.
Yeah, I guess I have COVID now. I mean, I haven't tested myself, but it's basically certain that I have it. I mean,
Dude,
Damn,
that's
bro.
fucking wild.
yeah. I mean, neither my dad or my mom or me have any symptoms. So, I mean, yeah.
that's fucked.
Could be one of those things where he got like a very light amount of it, and it just lingered, and he got the antibodies. Probably.
We'll see. I mean,
Could be true.
I doubt it's anything major. Like, my parents literally left, like, to go in the forest for, like, a week now, and now I'm alone. Yeah, it's kind of base. I like when they do that.
I'm
Okay.
surprised I
So you
haven't gotten
basically
it.
just have the whole house to yourself.
Yeah, I like when they do that because it gives me the option, right? I can go in the forest with them and vibe, or I can stay here and have the house to myself and do whatever I want.
Based.
Having the house to yourself is fucking base when it happens.
Yeah, very true.
So my food arrived. It's this fucking massive poutine, and it's got. I've never seen a poutine with so much gravy in my life.
So tell me, how in general is Albertan poutine? Is it good?
I mean, I mostly just get poutine from like average, just like fast food restaurants or pizza places.
Do you replace the gravy with oil?
No, what? Excuse me?
Get it? Because it's Alberta.
Oh, okay, I get it. Man, you're a funny guy. You
Got him.
motherfucking French piece of
Get
shit.
fucked. Your shitty ass pipeline got cancelled by Biden.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad the pipeline got canceled.
Destroyed.
Fuck the pipeline.
Yeah. Fucking Kenny is an idiot. How much
Oh
money
my
did
god,
fucking
dude,
pour in that?
you have no idea fucking how I'm not gonna get into local Albertan politics, but fucking Kenny's a dumbass.
Hey, Ghuntz, how are hamburgers wherever you're at?
Look at these Americans trying to out fucking
Out-culture us.
Out-culture
I
us.
should have gone to Donaire too, you motherfucker.
Don't you know our culture is based on insulting Americans?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do shit against
That's-
us.
we've,
Idiots.
We've been playing this game since the day we were born, bitch.
Dude, I'm in Florida.
Fuck you.
Oh,
USA.
that's proud.
USA.
Oh, wait. Will, did I hear you right a couple episodes ago when you said you didn't know the Canadian anthem?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
What?
All my
Yeah.
screens just turned black all of a sudden. I was kind of scared.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess
Will
I
died.
guess some American guy got angry at me and DDoSed me or something. I don't know.
You just fucking hacked
Yeah.
you.
Make sure your neighbors can hear you.
Yeah, the fucking NSA heard you talking shit, and they were like, "All right,
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to DDoS this
Listen.
man."
Anyway, did you hear my
I know the
question?
first two lines of the Canadian anthem in French
you're disgraceful.
as a parody of it. Like the French
Fucking
parody
guys,
of
this
it.
fucking guy.
I'm
Did you not seen it in school every day?
no.
That's the most
do you
fucking
think, do you
Quebecois
think
thing I've ever
in
heard.
fucking Quebec, of all places, we're going to learn the Canadian anthem?
That's fair. Well, so this poutine is fucking good.
Like,
I don't think I've ever heard the Canadian anthem.
well, it goes, "Oh
Oh,
Canada,
Canada,
Canada.
our
Oh, God, yeah.
home, and etc., etc.
oh Canada, crotte de chat.
That's the only part that anybody knows.
Terre de
that's
mes aïeux, crotte de beurre.
Ooh.
This is the French parody one. That it goes.
Those,
it
how
goes
much French can you speak?
How much French can I
very
speak?
little, I bet.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
This is
Italian,
the
that's
problem
a
when
joke.
Canadians talk about culture. This is the problem when Canadians talk about culture because they're really talking about their own shit. They're not talking about the actual country, like America.
What? What?
America doesn't have culture. What are you talking about?
I mean, it doesn't matter how different we all are. We're all like, fuck yeah, freedom. We don't have a segment of America that like disagrees on freedom. Like,
Yeah, you do. It's
Oh,
called New York and
Listen,
California.
it's called the Republican Party.
oh, that's true.
Fuck you talking about?
Fucking
Literal fascist, dude.
political podcast. Let's go.
I don't know. We're going into bad waters here, boys. I think we need to backpedal.
All right, fair.
I'm trying to fix my screen. You guys thought.
What were we talking about? Okay.
Wait,
Rats. I hate them.
Yeah, that's also Canadian culture. Fuck rats.
Maybe we do an intermission here.
No, it's
Will is
okay. I
fixing
still
the
have
screen.
two screens. Just the third one just decided to turn black.
Oh, the third one is dead. Okay.
Oh, it's just the third one.
All right.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I feel like we can get into some meat, so to speak here. So Ghuntz and Timmy, why did you think it was a good idea to give Ben Saint the server exactly?
Okay.
Like, what was the logic behind that?
Because it was funny.
Okay.
It kind of was in
All right.
retrospective.
Okay. To be clear, it was my decision to make, and Ghuntz wanted me to delete the server. So
I thought that would have been funnier, but
See, I'm a hero here actually because I didn't delete the server. Okay. The rationale
Why you gotta be like that,
behind giving Ben Saint with the server is
there
because
would have been another one made. It was just
Well, yeah. So I spent like all day talking to Digi and May after. Should we start from the beginning for anyone who doesn't know about like what happened?
Yeah, actually,
sure.
actually, yeah. You should just get right into that fucking story.
Okay,
I'm
let's
sure
just
people
go to
will
the
want
beginning.
answer.
Okay, so what happened? I wake up. I have a bunch of ats in political discussion. People like Lydia's adding me. Fucking Sparky. That was that guy's name, right?
Sparky was the fucking
Sparky
devil.
was adding
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
I had like 5 ats in political discussion. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I have to read through this shit now. I read through that shit. Lydia posted a lolly. Like fucking whatever. I don't care. And we posted lollies. We have been posting lollies in Digicord for like 5 years. It's like, who cares?
Whoa! All right.
Whoa.
that's against TOS. Don't you know?
What's up? I mean, I've never posted. I don't think I've ever posted lollies myself.
Time to fucking. Timmy's gonna suicide. Two shots back of the head.
Huh?
All right.
What? Huh? Okay.
What?
I don't know what happened.
Digicord Secret Service.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
The
no
terms of
lollies.
service thing,
Yeah.
like the terms of service thing was like a theoretical threat that never actually eventuated in anything, and only existed because Sparky made the threat. If he hadn't done that, May or Digi or anybody else would not have cared.
Yeah.
Right, and so as I'm going through all of the backlogs, May was also going through the backlogs. Actually, no, she wasn't. May didn't read shit. May saw Lydia had posted the lolly and then it instantly banned her from political discussion, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Wait,
May
it was
had-
just a channel ban? It
May
wasn't
had-
even a server ban?
It was a channel ban, yes.
Yeah,
Banned
it was
from
a channel
political
ban,
discussion with
yeah,
a
yeah.
channel.
You're getting banned
just
from
moved it to,
political
like,
for
server
posting
talk.
a lolly.
I'm sorry. That
In
low key
political.
makes me
Oh, okay, I
like.
guess if it's
No,
a-
I understand that. But that low key makes me mad because that makes it even less of a deal than it should have been.
I know,
but
right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Reminder at this point that May has been a mod for maybe 2 days. And Digi had just like made her a mod for like no reason? Question mark. Like, I mean, he just like made
Because
me one randomly
Yeah,
because I wanted to
yeah.
do a mod club, right? So it's like it made like at least I had like a reason to be there. But May was just like, and so it really felt to me at the time because I knew that Lydia and May had some other drama because Lydia had been banned from May's server maybe like a month before, based on some drama with Lydia and Ash. Ash Vampire,
of course,
because I don't know if you guys know about that situation.
I mean, they were.
Everybody that needs to know about that drama is familiar with it. I don't think we need to get into it.
Suffice it to say, Lydia and Ash were together, and then they had like a bad falling out,
and a bad relationship overall. It was
a terrible relationship overall. Yeah. And so because of that, because Ash is friends with May, May banned Lydia from her server or something to that extent. I don't know the details. But so it really seems to me like it really seemed obvious to me reading through what May had said that she had not read the backlog of what the conversation was about at all, and she had just banned Lydia after seeing the image from the channel, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And so I talked to May in the say, I'm like, I'm unbanning Lydia. This is ridiculous. And I DM Lydia. I'm like, Lydia. And like I talked to May in like the mod chat, and May is obviously like a little upset. I'm like, this is weird, but I unban Lydia, and she's okay with that. And I tell Lydia specifically, hey Lydia, keep it on the down low. May's pissed, okay? And she's like, okay, got it, understood.
This is so relatable.
Lydia did not listen
later if you want me to. An hour later, my next DM with Lydia is, Lydia, what the fuck are you doing? You're poking the bear, stop. Because she had immediately, after I sent her that DM, gone into political session, and the massive fight that happened between Lydia and May, where like the straw poll got posted. And who posted the straw poll banning May? Who was that jokester? Was that Wiggle?
No, I don't know.
I'm actually
it might have been
unfamiliar.
Wiggle, yeah.
I mean, obviously that was a joke.
So you have to... I was going to say, you have to understand from my perspective, I don't remember what the deal was with that day, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get up until like 1 or 2 in the morning because it was my neat phase where I just do that like literally every day. And so like when I got up, like I literally just had like 30 notifications, like 30 invites to the bunker, and everyone was like, "Get in the bunker." I was like, "What the fuck happened?"
Get in the bunker. The bunker. Oh shit!
We had a separate server that we named the fucking bunker.
My computer just went to sleep. 1 second.
I remember the bunker.
I remember the bunker.
Yeah, the bunker.
I knew the bunker would be made. The bunker still exists. I plan on the bunker existing. Anyway, so massive fight happens. May leaves the server. Up to this point, Digi has been... I think Digi had a problem with her relationship with Digicord. Because what...
Yeah.
Digi had just like kind of like let it fester and become its own thing over the years. And she hadn't... Especially after like mid-2018, she hadn't very much engaged with it.
She had stopped engaging with it basically anywhere outside of discussing Digi content.
Digi, yeah.
At one point,
and then,
I think like shortly after her transition, she like made like a fucking announcement, and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to try to like interact with the server and like talk to people." And she kind of did. I talked to Digi like twice in general and twice in anime talk. But then
this is actually related to me becoming a mod, because I remember Digi saying that she wanted to read the Manga Club manga, and like that was another part of her like trying to engage with the server.
Right.
But I think what Digi realize, I don't know, this is speculation. I think what Digi realize is that the culture of Digicord at the time, just wasn't for her at that point, right?
Yup.
It's like.
I was saying this at the time.
Like owned this place that wasn't hers really anymore, and I think when this like Lydia May thing happened, she kind of realized that, and so she was like, okay, if I want to engage in this place, then I need to not have the role that I have, and so she gave the server to me, and. Really, this was my one actual mistake within this whole thing, is I should not have let her give the server to me. That was my core mistake through this whole saga, was letting her give me the server, which I should not have done.
Because gave it to Ben Singh.
No. Giving it to Ben Singh was genius. Actually, I'll get to that.
You're gonna have to catch me up on
anyway.
after I left. I bet it's crazy.
So basically, I was. Oh yeah, and then I messaged Ghuntz in like mod chat like early in the morning, but he was like asleep or whatever. I don't know what you saw, Ghuntz, when you woke up or whatever you were doing.
Honestly, that whole endeavor is like a blurry memory.
I remember you and me being in a voice chat in Ohio, and you just be like, just
Okay,
sleep.
yeah, now I remember that.
That's all I remember. Anyway,
Yeah, I was telling you to delete it.
what was I saying?
The real villain is you, Ghuntz. It's not.
So
It's not
I was
time.
the
It's
real
me.
villain. The real villain is Ghuntz. I take no blame. Anyway, so I was pissed with May basically because she was coming into this. She was like even less in touch with the culture of Digicord than Digi was. But the difference between like Digi's position and May's position is that May was actually taking action in moderating when really she had no right to, at least from my perspective. Like, she just like she didn't. I don't remember ever seeing her interact with us in the server at all. From the day that she became mod to the day that Lydia got banned from political discussion. So it's just like it felt very weird, and like really that she just had it over Lydia. That's really what it felt like to me at the time. And I don't know how much of that is true. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Not really relevant.
It's it's really like funny to me. Like it's really obvious. Digi should have seen that coming. Like not interacting with the server at all, except that one channel that was about her content, and then trying to interact with all of the other channel at once. Which, by the way, all of the other channels all had different cultures and different sets of like characters entirely.
And
like,
and that was like that was like centrally my problem with May banning Lydia from political discussion initially, because Lydia was a big part of political discussion's culture. That's where she spent, I think, most of her time in Digicord, really. In other channels, too,
until the horny posting slash inclusive.
Yeah, that's Ghunt's fault. I was firmly against doing that. Blame Ghuntz.
I mean, it became its own subculture, and then there was a huge migration of trans people because of Boba Bickles.
Boba Bickle, that's my man. I love that man. Love you, Boba. Where was I? Anyway, I was pissed with May, and so there's this other side server, which I can talk about later. That's currently called. Let me check. It's currently called Black Mountain College, and this was basically like the Gen 2 version of Ohio, which was like 1,000% less successful. There's like 10 people in there at this point, and there's like maybe like one conversation in there that's like 20 messages long, like every 4 days or something. It's basically just like meme manifest, massive, anti-citizen. Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh,
Anti's still in there, yeah. I think that's probably the only server Anti's still in there, just because it's so like not active.
Yeah, it's so dead. I think he left like all his servers just because he wants to study.
Yeah, I was talking about this with Nyard the other day. Anti. Yeah, I don't know what Anti's going through with that, with leaving every server. I don't know what that's about really. I think he told me, but I don't really understand fully.
I mean, I know he's watching. I know he's watching Anohana with Tundi.
Yeah, I think he said something along the lines of like he wants to, like he doesn't like engaging with people on like a large like community, and wants to engage with people he likes like individually.
Yeah,
which is what him and I have been doing for years, ever since like summer 2018. Me and him have been like voice calling by ourselves. We watched all of Peter Mario sketch together. That was fun. And he's a good friend of mine. Love that guy. Anyway, I went into Black Mountain College because Massive and Andy were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so I was like, I gave this like not super flattering synopsis of what happened, which got reposted into our Cord by Hipster Cthulhu because he's also in there, not very active though. And then May saw that.
Right.
Which was a bad thing to have happened. And so and this is like 1 a.m. at this point. It's like, I thought everything was over. I was like, okay, Digi's still in the server. This is fine.
See, the reason why May it was in our court, right?
Because he was going to apologize.
Obviously, only for the goss, right? The thing is, our court has a huge culture of watching Digicord burn from afar.
Yes.
And so, obviously, they just accepted with open arms that May was in their server, just to have more drama.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot to mention, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly, May was streaming that day, later the day after the whole like fight. And allegedly, I'm going to say this many times, she like broke down in tears over the incident on stream. Now, I don't know if this is true.
Yeah, I heard
haven't
about
seen
that.
a clip of it. Could be hearsay. Don't know.
Wait, May did that? Is that what people are saying?
Allegedly, May broke down in tears on stream later that day.
The only time I went on May's stream was when Sprocket went, and they didn't want to talk to Sprocket because he was too smart. And
he was too smart.
And
I remember that.
He only had 15 minutes, which was very sad.
Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, then after that, she saw the thing that Hipster Cthulhu reposted into the R-Cord, and that clearly upset her, and she was like, oh, well, fuck me. And she said something along the lines of, in Digicord, or in our record, she said, Digi and I are never coming back, after she saw that. I'm like, this is bad. And then, like, Digi had left the server around that time. And so I go into May's DMs, and I'm like, May, I'm sorry. I got down on my knees and like begged for forgiveness.
Oh my god.
Which is really embarrassing, and also fuck May. I deleted all those messages.
God.
Fuck May. I found out later that from an anonymous source that like May allegedly said that like I'm a dumbass and a bad mod. So fuck her.
Look, I don't care what she says. She's the one who ended up with fucking Ralph Retort.
Yeah, exactly.
So, she's the loser of the situation.
Exactly. Who's got the short end of the stick now? Yeah, so I go into May's DMs and I'm like, begging for forgiveness and whatever. And then eventually, and so because of this like incident, I got it in my head that the reason May and Digi left was because of I had upset May.
Oh my god.
And so that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, they're not gonna come back because I'm here. That's what I was thinking. Remember, by this point, May answered my DMs at like 6 a.m. and I hadn't slept yet. So I had been awake for like 24 hours at this point. Probably longer. Because I could not sleep because I was so stressed out about it. And then like everyone wakes up in the morning and I get like the DM from Digi. Digi's like, I'm not coming back. And so I post that in Discussing Digi, and everyone's fucking pissed off. And this is stressing me out. Okay, so I'm like, okay, how do I get Digi to come back? I think Digi doesn't want to come back. Digi and May don't want to come back because I'm here. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? And then everyone's like memeing around. Everyone's like, oh, give the server to Ben Saint. That's a funny joke, right? And I'm like, if I give the server to Ben Saint, what's Ben Saint going to do? Ben Saint is going to invite a bunch of RFCK people, obviously.
Yeah.
But
immediately.
I know Ben Saint well enough to know that he's not actually going to permanently fuck anything up. I know this about Ben Saint. And I also know that after like a day of having his fun, he's going to try to get back to Digi. That's what he's going to do. And so I'm like, okay, if I give it to Ben Saint, and then Ben Saint gives it back to Digi, and Digi knows that I'm gone, then maybe Digi will take it back. That was like my final last-ditch effort to try to get Digi back to the server. And then I was like, and I DM Ben, I can get these DMs later if you want. I DM Ben and after he bans me, which I told him to do. I banned Ghuntz because Ghuntz wanted to be banned. You can talk about that if you want to, Ghuntz. I banned Ghuntz. I give the server to Ben. Ben bans me. I DM Ben. I'm like, okay. When you're done having your fun, give the server to Darkonius or Pepsu.
Right.
Pepsu had, I don't know if people think I was like malicious in giving the server to Ben Saint. If I was malicious, I would have taken Pepsu's $500 or whatever he offered me. Frankly.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
He offered me like $500 or something.
Yeah, that's true. He did pay you. He did offer to pay you.
Yeah, if I was malicious, I would have taken his money.
Yeah.
By the way,
I would have felt terrible.
He was really mad at you for giving.
I know he was really mad at me.
Because he was actually fucking willing to pay those fucking $500.
I know he was. I think Dark was also really mad at me for becoming mod before he did. I think Dark was really pissed at me for that. Anyway, yeah.
I never knew it was such like a sought over position.
What was that?
I didn't know it was such a sought over position. I definitely didn't treat it with the responsibility that I should have.
2 years at that point.
Yeah.
And also he was like obviously like the community leader at that point.
Pretty much. Or a pretty strong figure.
Yeah, that was basically my reasoning. Like, the thing with Dark, the whole reason why I like is, and it's so funny because I still have a DM open with Ben Saint, which is fucking hilarious. Not like active, of course, but it's just like funny. It's like, holy shit, I have Ben Saint in my DMs. But anyway, yeah, like I basically just like me and like a whole bunch of people basically were like, yeah, Dark's the guy, because like like as much as you'll hear some people, and I say some people with fucking big parentheses around them on both sides. Some people will say like, oh fuck Dark's an asshole and I hate him and blah blah blah. But the thing with Dark is that like he's literally like the most neutral person possible. So like as a moderator, he's literally god tier.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I was also in the DM with Ben, except my message wasn't make Dark. It was, look, make me mod or Dark. I mean you can make Dark too, but it was like make me.
But see, he wasn't gonna make you mod because I told him to make Dark.
Yeah, because no one knew me. Like
I knew you.
The people of Digicord knew me. Also, like Digi, May, Ben, like those people are like why all of us are here. None of us knew me because I only interacted with like.
Also just to like suck Dark's dick just like a little fucking hard. Like, for those unaware, like we're talking about a guy who like endured, what was it, like 24 hours almost of someone fucking repeatedly actively shit talking them and basically calling them a garbage mod and like a bad human being and like a fucking asshole just constantly IGBA? For like 24 hours. Yeah, that's Igba. For like,
Igba.
Yeah, literally endured this for 24 hours before finally banning him. He took that, and the reason why Igba was so mad at him was because Dark muted him for like 2 seconds. I heard about that voice chat.
Edubs, have you always read his name as Igba?
Yeah, I always have.
That's fucking insane.
What's his name? It's not Igba?
IGBA.
Igba?
Yeah, I mean it's Igba. That's his name.
I guess.
I've heard.
It's funny to say it. I've heard it as IGBA. Have you talked with him in the voice chat? Like the few times he was there?
Yeah, he just happened to be in ones that I was in. Yeah. I didn't really go in to talk to him specifically, but
we had to call him IGBA.
To be fair, before he did that whole thing, he just seemed like perfectly fine. Like I think he might have had some,
like a bit of a memer,
you know. He might have had like
he was like Sargon of Akkad, like literally. He was like a British reactionary guy who hated trans people and was in like a Nazi server or whatever.
Okay, no. I don't mean that. I just mean like at least in the way his etiquette with everybody. I don't mean like that because obviously he's a fucking weirdo. But what I mean is like his interactions with people were perfectly reasonable and fine. Like he didn't have any indication other than like maybe some like sus political posts. I mean, like that he was
when he posted his server he was in with like the initiation channel that like when you enter the fucking Discord you only have access to this channel and it's like videos like alt-right fucking propaganda that you have to watch before entering the rest of the server.
Oh, okay, like, okay, listen. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. You know what I mean. You don't have to like say this like I'm fucking like I'm like trying to like dog.
I know. I'm just still shocked by this. It was because fucking Amy or Harry, but Amy, she obviously was being manipulated big time by IGBA. And it was like, and she had joined the server. Whatever. It was pretty yikes from the very start. If you ask
Anybody
me.
else been invited to join Lydia's server?
Oh yeah, I'm in Lydia's
You
server.
are? Jesus.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
never
not. It's
get in
really
there.
no. It's really not that exciting.
I don't think
It's
it would be exciting, but I didn't.
it's not that spicy. It's mostly just chill.
She sent me like a selfie and then like an invite. And I'm like, I'll pass.
Most of my activity in there has been debating whether or not Digicord is inherently transphobic. So
It's definitely
Yeah.
not, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, give the server to Ben Saint. Tell Ben Saint to give it back to Dark. Even though I know he'll try to give it back to Digi first. He does. He tries to give it back to Digi. He tells me Digi doesn't want it back. I should probably look for those DMs. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Digi says something to Ben like, "I don't want that shithole" or something like that. Which I'm like, okay, the dream's dead.
yeah.
So
The dream was
yeah.
just beginning.
He gives it to Dark, which I knew he would. Yeah, I remember him, I think, sending me a DM from, I think, eDubs, where someone had told him to give it to Dark. And so he was like, okay, I'll give it to Dark because everyone else is telling me to give it to Dark. I'm like, yeah, okay, do that.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
Yeah.
Long term.
I knew he would do that. And obviously, like, I was, like, looking at, like, the bunker shit and thinking, like, oh, this is going to last for, like, a day or two because Dark's gonna have a server tomorrow. Everything will be fine. The server will be back to normal in like 3 days, or less.
Yep.
Except for Digi won't be there. But what we will have is we'll have Dark, who will be like this strong unifying factor. Like all of this like drama will have like calm Dark to like keep it together, which was I think not like necessarily what I was intending, but I think like retrospectively like the day after I was like, yeah, that's good that the Dark will be there, and everyone will. It'll help everyone to feel a lot more comfortable in a post Digi world without Dark there. And that was basically it.
Yeah.
So I did nothing wrong except for let Digi give me the server. That was my one problem. That was my one fuck up. Everything else I did was thoroughly planned. Giga brain. I'm a genius.
All the while, all this time, Ghuntz is just in Ohio Nation voice chat.
literally giggling.
Right?
Literally laughing the whole
Yeah.
time.
Literally laughing the whole time. Be like, and I'm like,
guys.
Ghuntz, this is like the most stressful day of my life. Ghuntz, please help. And he's like, haha, this is it, bro.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was that bad.
Dude, I was so
listen,
stressed out.
guys.
I didn't sleep for like. I didn't sleep the following night either. I did not sleep for like 2 days. It fucked me.
I just want to say that like
I remember being up at like 4 a.m. and being like, someone talk to me, and then Brand coming in and being like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No."
Holy fuck.
Thank you, Brandon. Love you.
Holy shit.
yeah, like I basically just want to say that like I mean, I guess my initial feeling would be to get like real mad at you, Ghuntz, but like I guess now that I've thought about it for a minute, like if you've been there for like years and like you probably had to deal with a bunch of bullshit being mod.
I mean,
like, I guess I could see why you would be like fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
this
don't know if
place.
you want to talk about like how like infuriating it is to deal with Digi as a moderator.
I mean,
Oh,
it
like,
wasn't just Digi, because Digi used to do, like for example, I used to tell Digi, hey, I need like the ability to edit channels, like basic stuff that you would normally should have
Can
as
I
a
like
mod.
pin stuff, please?
Yeah, exactly. It took Digi like 2 or 3 years to give me the permissions to pin.
Because you got the permissions to pin shit when I did.
Yeah, that's real sad.
So that was
Like,
that was
I-
2.5 years.
Yeah, like literally, like every couple months, I would be like, dude, please give me like it'll make the server better.
I think the thing is that
Enough.
he didn't care about what you were doing, but because he was interested in Manga Club and that's what I was doing, he was like, okay, I'll give this guy pin, and then also I'll give it to Ghuntz while I'm at it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think he was actually just too lazy to give you the permissions the entire time.
I mean,
Or she,
Yes.
rather. I'm sorry.
granted,
Cancel me.
I didn't do anything. Like it's true.
Right, exactly. You didn't do anything.
Like I would overlook it. I would read the server. Obviously, I would lurk all the time.
This podcast better have Ghuntz will do nothing. Just like the entire screen, Ghuntz will do nothing. That screenshot. I'll give it to you. I have the original screenshot.
I just won't put Ghuntz voice track in the podcast.
He will do nothing.
He can't talk. He won't do nothing. Yeah.
My favorite meme was when I became mod and everyone was like, Thosetimis will do something. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do something, alright.
Since this podcast is so scuffed that we already have 2 separate versions of the same episode, just with slightly different audio, we can do a version where it's like all of us, and then we can have a meme version, just call it the Ghuntz version, and it's just like Guntz's audio is just missing.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, the main difference pre and post Digi is, I would say, the influx of new people in the server, obviously.
Yeah, see, that was the problem that I was most worried about. That's why I didn't really care about Digi being in the server other than like as a figurehead. And because Digi brought in new members, which is important for longevity. I don't know what your process is other than like you can invite whoever you want if you're like a long-time member.
Yeah, we don't really have a process. Basically, at first we were like, okay, let's tone it down. First of all, let's like ban a lot of lurkers and people. Yeah, and like we cleaned up all of it, and then we waited like 2 or 3 months just so that things settled down, and then we were like, all right, let's start inviting people. So basically, it's just if you want to invite someone, just talk to Dark or Tangelo, and they'll give you an invite.
Yeah,
and we recently sent some agents out into the field in Digi's latest
Knocking
project
doors?
in content.
In content,
I've heard about this.
They managed.
What's the take on this?
Yeah, they. So basically, it was a very coordinated pincher maneuver. We airdropped some Digicord agents in, and they bagged up some people from content. Just like went straight into their homes and just fucking bagged them and tagged them and brought them back, and now they're ours.
We dragged them out of the pits of hell. That is content server.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Why is it so bad?
Fucking, who do we got? We got Eyeball, Pit, and Mika, right?
Yeah, we got those 3. It's really surprising, actually. Like, maybe Eyeball doesn't post like terribly much, but like Pith is actually pretty like getting in there, and Mika is too. Like, so shout out. Pretty big.
Yeah, shout out. By the way, on the first episode of Digicord Radio, there was this guy in the comments, Babadook Spook. He was like, dude, is Digicord real? Get me in. I was like, who's this guy? And then like I asked for his Discord handle. And then at the same time, I was like about to ask Tangelo or Dark to invite him. Tangelo just goes in the mod chat and he's like, there's this guy called Babadook Spook. He wanted to get in. And I'm like, wait, is it this guy? And then I like show the comments. I'm like, yep. And I'm like, well, get him in.
Yeah.
And Babadook is now in and vibing, I guess.
Yeah.
Babadook's.
Yeah, Babadook's cool.
So yeah, basically we have no process of inviting new people. It's just slow
Wait,
process,
okay. This is completely tangential. Who the fuck is the guy in Babadook Spook's profile picture? Like I can stare at it for like 30 minutes.
Is it Babadook
and just,
Spook?
like,
Let me see.
I don't know.
Yeah, Babadook Spook is his name. Well, I mean, it's green, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Show me this guy's profile picture, and I can probably tell you.
If you click on Video Game Talk, he's right there.
Video Game Talk. I have to go down because I was looking at really old things. That's not Babadook Spook. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, obviously it's not Babadook Spook.
It almost looks like Elliot Rodger. Kind of. But the hair is like a little too wavy. Like
it might actually be Elliot Rodger. If I could see the whole image, that'd be nice. If you could, you can inspect element that and get the whole image. But
yeah, maybe if Babadook Spook, if he
ask him,
this, he can tell us.
Yeah, Babadook Spook, what is your profile picture?
Spook.
I'm kind of scared of asking him because I don't want him to say that it's Elliot Rodger, because if it's Elliot Rodger, then that makes me question a lot of things.
If it's Elliot Rodger, you better change it before you answer the question.
Speaking of comments on older episodes, I don't know if you guys saw the comment from Me Manifest on the Dark episode, right?
Yeah.
He left that because I was talking to him.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. He's like, I changed, guys. I'm like into far left politics now.
No, it was really weird because Meme is also in Black Mountain College, which is the Gen 2 offshoot server, and he was saying, he literally said completely unprompted, "Man, I'm such a different person than I was like 2 years ago." And I'm like, I was thinking the same because I thought the same thing when Dark was talking about Meme Manifest on that episode. I was like, Meme isn't like that at all anymore.
Yeah.
And then Meme just like completely unprompted because he hadn't listened to the show, said the same thing that I was thinking, and I'm like, yeah, they talked about you in Digicord Radio, and I was like, that's weird. And then he did not listen to the episode, but left a comment anyway. This is what I said.
Yeah.
Very unbased.
Very unbased. Listen to the show, Meme. Come on, kick your ass.
Well, if he doesn't listen to the show, he can't hear this.
I told him to listen to the show. I'll make sure he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Meme's a cool guy. Slander from Darkonius. Fuck you. That's my bro.
You can't. You can make fun of Dark, but not too much.
What do you mean not too much? I think Dark's still
Otherwise, he'll
mad at
DM
me
you.
for various reasons. He'll DM me.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Will. So you know, just this is also completely tangential, but you know how like you have made like a major you have like measurably increased like the amount of Symphogear fans in multiple discords to the point where it's like its own subculture. You know how that's a thing? So Timmy's kind of the same way, but instead of Symphogear, it's fucking what is it? It's Trails, right?
Trails in the sky.
Yeah, because I was in Ohio. I was in Ohio Nation the other day. Yeah, it's that JRPG thing.
Yeah.
And I just see. I'm just I'll go in there and I'll look and shit. And bitch about Guilty Gear. But anyway.
That's what you do every day, dude. That's great.
But I just see fucking Timmy post and he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna make a separate server for people to talk to me about Trails because I have so many DMs now from different people talking to me about it. And I'm just gonna make a server and invite all those people.
That's basically what it is. It's because Sky has like a separate. Sky has a little offshoot server where him and Brandon and Nasco play FF14. So him, me, and Fargo have been talking in there about Trails for months. And I'm like, this is annoying. I'm talking in there. I'm talking to Val and Wada in the server. I'm talking to Endless in DMs. And I'm like, I can't do this. Make it one server.
Listen, by the way, okay, speaking of Endless, so recently Endless watched Symphogear with Warp
Endless is based.
Our record.
Yeah, he put it in his 3x3.
I mean, yeah, it automatically was one of his favorite anime because Symphogear is just that good, right? But fucking the whole way that he and Warp were watching it, basically 50% of their conversation was, "Wait, this is just like Kiseki. This is just like Trails in the Sky."
Yeah, now I gotta watch Symphogear.
The whole time.
Now I gotta watch Symphogear. What the hell? Yeah, Endless and Warp are now in my Trails side server as well.
Yeah.
And
that was cool.
That's
now
awesome.
in our chord, now that the fucking group watch culture has expanded into something really big, there is literally a channel dedicated to Symphogear.
Alright.
Yeah.
Will, now you got because Trails is like Symphogear. I gotta play Symphogear and you gotta play Trails. And then I come back on the show and we vibe about it.
Yeah, I kind of do. I need to.
But don't you guys know that Will is fucking allergic to video games? He hates.
Listen, I'm not allergic to video games.
He hates video games like Alberta hates
I've been wondering
rats.
about this. Okay, Will. So you said your favorite game was like Bloodborne or whatever in an episode. Did I miss?
Yeah, Bloodborne. Yeah.
What are some of your other favorite games? I want to know.
Some of my other favorite games would be Halo 3 and Reach.
Halo 3. Yes, dude, we're best friends. What the hell?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Persona 4 and 5 and 3, Fire Emblem
4 and 3.
9 and 10 and 15, fucking Dark Souls 1 and 3, fuck you, Edubs.
Fuck you, Will, you piece of shit.
Sekiro.
What?
Sekiro?
Dark Souls 3 sucks ass.
All right, so what's the scale here? Like what for Souls and Sekiro? What's the top?
For Souls games, Bloodborne at the top. Then it would go down to Dark Souls 3.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sekiro, and then Dark Souls 1.
Oh, I'm gonna stab this guy in the throat. What the hell? This is fucked up. He likes Dark Souls 3 more than Dark Souls 1. This is fucked up. I can't handle this.
Okay, other favorite games. Nier Automata, Gravity Rush 2.
Oh, Gravity Rush 2, dude. Oh, yes.
Have you played the original?
Gravity Rush 3 never. Haha.
I've played the original, but 2 is the masterpiece.
So have I. Yeah.
Should play
2 is a masterpiece.
The
1 is great. 1's basically just like a prologue to 2, frankly.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, oh, God, that game is so good.
There's so much potential with those mechanics. Oh, it makes me sad.
Yep.
Hey,
just let's see.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a favorite game, obviously, but I've played like 10,000 games of League of Legends.
Gross. All right, I think
it's absolutely disgusting.
I think that's enough. Play Trails in the Sky. You'll like it. Based on what you said.
I'm sure I'll like
Just
it. See, the problem is, it's mostly time, right? When I play games nowadays, it's to listen to podcasts. I'm like, I can't play a game if I'm not doing something else at the same time.
I'm the exact same way. But Trails is a JRPG with lots of side quests. There's tons of podcast time.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Do it.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll do it.
Hell yes.
I'll do it.
Yes. And then DM me about it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I had seen the OVA of this, by the way. Like, fucking.
You've seen the OVA. I haven't seen the OVA. I
want
wanted to organize a group watch of the OVA in Ohio.
It wasn't very good. Obviously.
It's not very good, but there is like a famous really funny cut from it. But
yeah, when he kicks the girl.
Yeah, when he kicks Estelle. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
so
just to
I
explain
want to shout out.
Okay, I won't.
I want to shout out a game real quick.
Okay.
How many of you fucking guys have any of you played Ace Combat at all?
I used to play Ace Combat in the 360 when I was like 8. I haven't played one since.
All right, listen. There is a game out that you may or may not have heard of called Project Wingman.
Nope.
And I'm gonna sell you on Project Wingman in about like a sentence or two maybe. Okay. You know Ace Combat?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Ace Combat, but guns are actually good against planes, and you can have multiple special weapons instead of just one.
Cool. So Ace Combat, but more fun.
Yeah, Ace Combat, but not like restrictive and kind of low-key annoying because you just get one weapon and guns suck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Ace Combat. I might literally do that. It's on Steam.
Yeah, it's on Steam. Also, it's fucking gorgeous. It's amazing. It's actually one.
I might
like,
literally
super impressive.
Have you played?
graphically.
Oh, what the fuck is that game called? 1 second. Have you played?
He's played 10,000 hours of War Thunder.
I know. I see him playing War Thunder like every day. I know.
Or are we going to talk about?
We're not
I'm
having
sure
War
he's
Thunder.
playing
We don't
War
need to talk
Thunder
about
right
War
now. No, we're not talking about War Thunder.
Oh.
We're not talking about War Thunder. The hell is this game called?
I love planes. I love planes and shit. Please don't play War Thunder.
Please don't.
Like,
Dude, Edebs, we should group watch that really shitty looking Girls and Panzer ripoff, but with planes.
Oh. Yeah, that might be a fun idea.
The one from last season?
I don't know. It was 3D. That's all I know. It was CG.
Is it actually shitty? Do we know if it's shitty?
I don't know. I've heard.
If it was one from last season, it was like med. Had you played Strike Vector? Edebs?
No, I had it.
That
really
game
funny.
Is so fucking
really,
good.
It's really funny. If it's the game that I think you're talking about, I didn't play. It looked really cool. I never played it, but I have one of my longest online friends like ever. He's Venezuelan, like my boy Ghuntz over here.
Ooh.
And
Yep.
he got super into Strike Vector. Like, he was one of the guys that made the fucking wiki for Strike Vector.
Jesus
Damn, if
Christ.
Ghuntz is
Strike Vector is
Venezuelan,
basically like a.
if Ghuntz is Venezuelan, how the
basically
fuck
like
did
a-
he get in the U.S.? Crazy.
He's not in the U.S. He's still in Venezuela.
Strike
No,
Vector
I'm
is
not,
like an
you
Ace Combat
fucker.
style game, but like with sci-fi spaceships and shit.
Oh wait, were you talking about Ghuntz?
it's-
No, my friend is still in Venezuela. Ghuntz is in the U.S. I know.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm sure.
Ghuntz is safe.
Damn, Ghuntz must have been scared. Like,
Maybe I
Donald
know
Trump
the
was,
guy.
like, after you.
Donald Trump's after you. Holy shit. Yeah, Strike Fighters are good. You should play it. Really fun. And we can.
Wait,
I can
isn't
get
it-
back into it. We can play it together.
Isn't it dead though?
I mean,
That's-
got a good single player.
That's the only. Yeah. Okay. I
It might
mean,
be. It's probably dead. Yeah.
yeah, like
I
that's
last played it
that.
3 years
I would definitely go back and revisit it, but I'm almost 100% certain that it's like fucking. I just tried to search
I'm
it.
sure it's
I
dead.
just tried to search it on Steam, and I don't think it's there anymore.
On the Steam charts. Oh fuck.
No, in the store. I don't think you can even buy it anymore.
What? You can't buy it anymore?
Yeah, it might
I
have
it
gotten
on Steam.
removed.
What the fuck? Sorry that my keyboard is loud. Oh, you might be right. What the fuck?
Yeah, it got removed. My
Oh
God.
my god, it's off of Steam. Oh my god.
Dude, Gabe Newell
That's,
fucking shot that game in the
yikes.
fucking head. That game doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I remember when I played it like years ago. It was kind of dead even then, but it was so fun. Damn, that sucks.
By the way, just
That's a
saying, I'm vibing really fucking hard right now. Like when Timmy started telling the story of how the server got into Dark's hand, I started playing the Kaon soundtrack, and I've just been
The
listening
Chaos
to that,
soundtrack.
and it's really
Hell yeah,
comfortable
dude.
right
Kaon
now.
is so good.
You know when you drink and you're like, it's like kind of like hot inside. It's like
I
it
do
warms
not
it
drink.
warms you up. It warms you up. It's like yeah, especially when it's like minus 30 outside.
Anyway.
Wait, go-
Anyway, I was talking about Trails. For everyone, this public service announcement. Play Trails.
No.
please.
So here's how. I haven't
Ghuntz,
played
please.
Trails, but here's how I'm going to sell it. If you like Symphogear, that's half the server. Play Trails.
Yeah, do it. I agree. Miki likes Trails. He's only played like the first 2 chapters of Cold Steel.
Yeah, Miki likes
over like half a year.
Miki likes Trails, and
But
he
he tells-
loves Symphogear.
But he tells me he
Cold
likes
Steel
it.
the Hedgehog?
Also, person, yes, thank you for making the. Here, let me grab the meme. Here we go.
Endless and Warp
yeah,
love
okay.
Symphogear, and they love Trails.
Trails.
So I mean,
They do.
there's a clear correlation here.
Yeah, Endless played Trails on my recommendation. So I'm good at this. I promise.
By the way, I mean it makes sense that Symphogear as an anime like made them think of a JRPG because the creator of Symphogear is the creator of Wild Arms.
Oh,
If
whoops.
you didn't know, the Wild Arms JRPG.
I did know that.
Yeah.
I do want to play Wild Arms. There's an image for you.
Oh, I love
Classic
it.
meme. Yeah, Trails is great. Trails is like one of the only games in existence to like fully utilize the storytelling capabilities of video games. So if you're interested in what that means, then just play it and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, based.
I don't want to go into a big tangent because I could talk about Trails for fucking 5 hours, but
I see here. I'm not familiar at all with this character or Trails, but I'm looking at this character in this meme that you posted. It says dislikes long ass train trips. So I think there's going to be a disconnect with it all.
Oh yeah.
there are long last train trips where you can play Yu-Gi-Oh in Cold Steel.
Based.
Okay, this image
I like
single-handedly
that.
It's pretty
recommended it
based,
to me.
actually.
I'm gonna check it out now.
Yeah.
Would you say
Like-
that it's the Final Fantasy VIII of video games, just card games?
I have not played Final Fantasy VIII, but I say that as a joke. In Cold Steel 1 and 2, it's like basically like a really basic card game. But in Cold Steel 3 and 4, it's like legit like a fully functioning trading card game that's equally as unbalanced as Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that's basically the same deal with Final Fantasy VIII. Like there's a card game that like tons of people like love and have fond memories for that fucking hate the rest of the game. Like it's basically
What's
its own subculture.
What's that Witcher one?
Gwent, yeah, I never understood.
Yeah.
I've literally never even seen an image of Gwent. I have no clue.
Neither have I.
I can't even
just
picture
know
it in my mind.
that it exists.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of people
Yeah.
sucked in.
I imagine that the game in later Cold Steel games is something like that, like the Final Fantasy VIII game or like Gwent, where it's like a pretty decently complex trading card game.
It's so funny how hit or miss like I guess like sub games are like I don't know, like I've played like a million fucking hours of Fallout New Vegas, and I know tons of people that love Fallout New Vegas, and I've never heard of anybody say anything about Caravan. Like, I don't think anybody even knows like what the fuck that is.
I have
even
no idea what the
forget-
UI for is or anything.
I played Fallout New Vegas. I played Fallout New Vegas like 2 weeks ago when Frontier came out. I didn't play Frontier because I couldn't get it to download, but I played Fallout New Vegas anyway. I didn't know that Caravan was in that game.
Dude, yeah, there's because there's those items that you can collect that everybody ignores. You basically build a deck off of loot.
Oh, all the cards.
Yep. You'll remember it. You're like right
I
now.
remember the cards.
Right now, like right in your brain, Timmy. There's like a million fucking neurons that are firing and linking together, and you're getting flashbacks of dead enemy inventories, and you're just seeing like Caravan, and you're like remembering it, and it's like really vivid. I can feel it. Like
I remember it. I remember.
yes. But no, nobody played that game because everybody just ignores it because they're like, oh, it's not a gun that's worth like 1,000,000 caps. Oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's not a sex bot. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Dude. Just go to the Van Graffs, kill them all. You got like 20,000 caps. It's easy game.
Whenever I play New Vegas, I always get 8 luck, and then I spec out into 10. Like as I'm making my way to New Vegas, so then like right when I get to New Vegas, I just go and I just clear out all the casinos. I just find that so fun to do. Like every new character I do that on.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Last character I did, I just like went like max intelligence and then just like put everything I could into energy weapons. So I could get the one that makes chain reactions like as soon as I could.
I'm actually working on one of those right
everything.
now. I haven't touched it in a few weeks, but I have a character that I'm working on that's like that.
Energy weapons are fun.
Yeah, but also
Anyway, it was a tangent.
also yeah. It's such a stupid fucking monkey brain thing, but it's really funny because like basically when you have 10 luck, you basically can like look away from the screen and spam the double down button, and you will basically be done in about 20 minutes with each one. It's kind of silly.
Yeah.
You just see number go up and you're like, number go up. Wow, cool.
I love numbers going up. It's my favorite.
Dude, numbers going up is basically what I live for, right? That's why my email list is so fucking
You should
powerful.
play Trails.
Fucking listen, Ghuntz. This morning, I posted like a selfie in our court, and Wada saw it, and he was like, "Damn, Will, you look like Ghuntz." But I don't know if that's true.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess we could prove
so,
it. Give me a
Yeah,
sec.
we can prove it.
Prove it, idiot.
Just
Can you find,
post
like, an
pictures.
image
This
of
will
me
probably not
that
be
I'm
in the
proud of?
video.
I mean, I don't mind posting my face in the video. Everyone knows my face.
Do they? Oh yeah, I guess
I
they
don't.
do.
Yeah, here.
I imagine you just look like a French Canadian dude.
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
It's not what I
can see
expected.
why I would say that.
I expected blonde because your profile picture is blonde, but now that I look at, you actually look decently like you have a similar hair to your profile picture.
Hold on.
Kind of.
He looks like a light-skinned, like Middle Easterner. I always think. I don't know. For some reason, I always get that vibe.
It's the peach fuzz.
Oh god.
Is it? I think it's also like the nose. I don't know.
I have no
Perhaps.
Middle Eastern blood whatsoever.
No, I know. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying I'm just. Okay, listen, fucking Adolf. Okay, we don't gotta get right into like the percentage of your genes that are.
Funny enough, I have a quarter German blood.
Oh, look at this guy.
I mean,
I have 1/3. Fuck you.
Damn.
I mean, we're all fucking.
You're
we're
in
all
Alberta,
fucking-
it's normal.
except for Ghuntz. Except for
Yeah,
Ghuntz, we're like all.
we put those Japanese internment camps. Fuck them.
Yeah, we're all like weird.
No, but isn't
Greek,
doesn't
German.
Alberta
Are
have
you
like
sure about that?
like 1 million German or something?
No.
No? Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yo, what the fuck? Ghuntz got an aesthetic going on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not sure I look like Ghuntz.
I remember Ghuntz. Remember how they marketed?
Oh yeah, I watched that like a couple months
I
ago.
mean, yeah.
I still think about your fucking eye catch that you have in that video.
I
It's really
remember
fucking
I
good.
remember the disappointment. Yes.
Disappointment.
Ghuntz, if you styled your hair and like completely shaved, You would almost look like a slightly malnourished like version of the Giga Chad guy. Almost.
I could, but I'm going for the.
Add 10 pounds to Ghuntz and make his beard fuller, and that's me.
Damn.
Yeah, me too. Ghuntz.
Yeah.
I got the full beard. I went all the way.
I want to see how long it gets.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating too, so.
Ghuntz, remember that eye catch you made where you fucking smoked that fat blunt? For how they
I
marketed?
still remember that, and I was like, I fucking hate that take. I want to do that again. I want to go back to 2017 and redo that because it fucking sucks.
See, I hate because I have one in that video too. I have the one where it's like all red. And it's
I remember that one.
When I zoomed in, I crawled into my closet and, like
at the time I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Went.
You guys are.
But the problem is that me and Ghuntz are both in how they market.
Nice.
The problem is that I specifically told him not to use that one because I had a better one, which I edited together, which was like I can post it because I have it I think on my desktop because I was looking at it earlier. No, it's not here. Fuck.
Wasn't there
I have a way
something
better
like
one. That's a completely different concept. And I told him use this one. Don't use the shitty eyeball one. He did not. He used the shitty eyeball one.
Wasn't there something with how they
makes me mad to
marketed
this day.
that like he featured like a Nazi or something in the video?
I remember there being something like that, but jeez, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly it was.
What?
So
Or it was like a really yikes guy, like in general. I don't remember. Like people got mad that there was a certain guy in the video.
Oh, are you talking about Amos E?
Who?
Amos E? He's like a
Oh god, Amos E was in that video?
Apologist. Yeah,
that might
because
have
he
been
had
it.
also paid for he had patroned high enough to get one of the advertisements.
Right, he would pop in and out of the server.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh
so
my God, yeah.
so in that video, Digi went on his Facebook page and like read and like watched the video and was like, Digi was like very like, no, it's not but
Yeah.
you know.
Didn't that guy get arrested or something?
Did he? What the fuck? That guy was in Digicord for
years.
like months. For years? Well, he was
not
active in
but he
Digicord for a
would
couple months
pop
after
in
Digibro versus
every
everybody.
so often for like a day or a couple hours.
So
He was active for, like,
this guy,
was
this
there
guy's a pedophile?
was there an actual pedophile?
I don't know,
in
but I
Digicord?
think he got arrested somewhere.
He's a pedophile apologist. Pedophile.
Oh
legend.
my God! Is Mutsu that guy? Mutsu is a newer member that joined when I think with the transition of Digi.
I have no idea.
Amos
She
E would use his
basically
name
is
and
a
face.
pedophile apologist, like from everything she posts.
Amos U was his real name. He was like this Asian guy. He wanted to get onto Digibro versus everybody and talk about pedophilia and stuff.
He
like
wanted
that.
to get on the Dick Show as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he was just like a guy who would like talk and discussing Digi all the time, and he'd be like, like, oh, pedophiles should get help. It's not fair that they get treated like this. Blah 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 blah. Which is like, sure, but don't like.
Yeah, he kind of started talking about it
all the
like
time.
out of nowhere
Just, like-
many times.
Yeah,
Or he would
that's
jump
the
in
only thing
whenever
to
the
talk about. It's
discussion
like,
was
dude, are you
even
okay?
remotely
Yeah,
related.
that's basically the same thing with Mutsu. That's basically the only thing she ever talks about. And whenever she posts, like in the Natsu 4 chat, I mean, I haven't been looking at this chat. I muted it because of Mutsu. Because every time I looked, it was like Victor Magnum posting in Lolly and Mutsu going, "Damn, I sure love children."
Man, I wish. I mean, I don't know, dude. I wish I had him in DMs or something so I could grab his number and I could search his messages in Digicord, but I don't. I could probably search his name, probably find him. But yeah, that guy was a character, and he paid like $40 to get an advertisement in
How they market.
How They
Oh my
Marketed,
God.
which Ohio Nation also did. I don't know who patroned to get the Ohio Nation ad.
You know what's funny? I don't think I paid a
this is
single dollar.
quickly becoming this is quickly becoming like the spiciest fucking Digicord
Oh,
radio.
of course it was gonna
Jesus
be.
Christ.
Yeah, dude. Me and Ghuntz know all this shit. We were at the spiciest time.
Jeez.
It was Ammo C.
I-
Also, I remember, because How They Marketed it got delayed like for 4 months. I remember when I patroned, I was like, I got my name at the end of the video, and so I was like, if you pronounce my name right, I'll up my patronage to $100 for a month. and then like, and then because of the around because of Digicord versus everybody around that time, Digi got a massive patron boost. There's tons of new people in the Patreon Discord, which is like how Gen 3 got kickstarted. And so when Be the Beginning came out, everyone asked me, "Did you pronounce your name right?" I got ats for like 4 days. I was like, "Guys, leave me the fuck alone." And also, no, he didn't.
How do you say it?
Allegedly.
Do you remember? Speaking of,
I think he said Thosetimis.
yes, he did.
Shit.
Which is close.
Do you remember?
It's not right.
Oh God, do you remember that patron reward that was him, singing along to the Ava theme song, but with all of our names?
Yes. I wasn't on the patron for that.
Oh my God, that was some of the worst shit I've ever listened to in my life. I mean, it's literally like him like taking all his patrons and singing the Ava song to him, but it's like terrible because the names obviously clash. It's just the most horrid shit. I'm glad that video doesn't exist anymore.
Do you guys know Funky, the YouTuber?
No.
Because he does the same thing at the end of his videos, but he's actually really good at it.
Fucking hard.
Funky. Let me just find this.
You know, Pips is right. When you drink, it's preferably like hard, and not a lot of it, but like really fast. Like that's the best way.
Yeah.
Because you won't get like a fucking stomach ache or anything, and you won't feel like shit.
Yeah. I put a video that's timestamped. That was kind of what Digi did. He did it once, and it was patron reward for like 8 months afterwards. Never did it again. And I paid for that tier and never got it, which was like, what the fuck, dude?
I mean, Digi has.
I have a lot of unfulfilled patron.
Yeah.
rewards.
She just started
all you
doing
guys,
the rants.
all you fucking,
She just started
all you
doing
kids, all you baby children bitches, complain about your rants. I'm still waiting for fucking care packages from 2 years ago. Get up, fucking suck my dick.
Incredible. Why am I not surprised?
Man.
Fucking.
He owes me like 7 songs. Frankly.
So did any of you guys have any rants?
I wanted to, but I never did it.
Any rants?
Oh, I had a couple rants. I don't remember what they were.
I had 3 rants.
I remember I had like 3 or 4. Yeah, because that was like the tier I was on.
Yeah. So.
And he added rants to it, so I just had rants.
Yeah.
I had him rant about flags once. I
remember that one.
I don't know if you guys listen to Hello Internet.
So okay, I'll get to my first rant last because it's going to lead to our next
Go ahead.
topic. I think one of my rants was something about Symphogear. I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure what it was anymore. There's one of my rants I literally don't remember. But whatever. The first one I did was on Proto Man. I asked Digi to fucking rant about the 2 singles from Act 3. So
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did that get made?
So fucking let's go Hold Back the Night and The City Made Us. And he pogged. She pogged.
Pogged?
Yeah, he pogged real hard.
Based.
I was like, yeah, fucking based. Because as I explained, it's kind of like because of Digi that I discovered Proto Man like back in 2015. But yeah, and so I made her discover those singles. Hopefully Act 3 soon. But that leads us to the question to Thosetimis and Ghuntz. What's your opinion of Proto Man?
God, jeez, guys, I'm gonna go get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Fucking musically fucking incult people. How do you say that in English? I don't even fucking know.
What?
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Like, how do you say someone who isn't cultured?
Who isn't cultured?
Uncultured?
Yeah.
Uncultured?
Philistine?
Yeah. But, yeah. No, it's uncultured. That's what I was
there's
looking
probably similar words to that, but yeah. Wait, so Ghuntz, have you listened to Proto Man at all?
I think I remember trying to, like, years ago. I don't even remember what they sound like, but I'll give them a try, I guess.
Kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, just do Act 1, Act 2, and then do the singles, and then you're done. It would take you probably less than, like 3 hours?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it'd take less than 2 hours.
Would it be less than 2?
Yeah, because Act 1 is 30 minutes, and Act 2 is an hour. And then add 2 songs to that.
Act 2 doesn't go over an hour? Is that
No,
true?
it's like 56 minutes.
Oh, that is ringing a bell. Damn.
Yeah, it's quite short.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
I'm back.
So that's
We talking about
that's
something
the
interesting?
albums you're gonna put on album of the week, right?
No.
I know.
I'll wait for somebody else to do it. I don't need to bite the bullet. on
Nobody
that one.
will, because everyone will wait for somebody else. Fucking
Anyway, what were you saying, Timmy?
album of the week, by the way, as I said earlier, is a big success. Clayton this week, his album, what's it called? The Ocean and the Sun by The Sound of Animals Fighting. Fucking amazing. Fucking good shit. Good shit, Clayton.
It's a great name.
I loved it.
I didn't say anything, E-dubs. I was just, just vibing.
It's like killing rats and shit, as he
Yeah.
does.
Oh yeah, there was a rat in my kitchen. I had to go fucking beat him to death with my water bottle.
With a water bottle.
Yeah, that's all I had in my hand.
Anything in hand will work to kill a rat.
I tell you guys. So I remember this story that was in the news a couple years ago. That was like, sorry to go off on a tangent. There was like someone had brought in a bunch of rats, like lab rats. So lab rats in Alberta are heavily regulated.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you can't have a rat in Alberta. Having a pet rat is illegal. So, but University of Alberta and University of Calgary want lab rats, right?
This is a Schedule 1 rat.
So someone like brought in like a bunch of lab rats, and they were keeping them like in their apartment overnight, before they could take them to the university the next morning or something like that. But they escaped into the street. Right, like 30 rats. A lot of rats.
That's a lot
Big
of
problem.
fucking rats.
Big problem. This was I think this was in Calgary. And so people call the police. They're like, "Hey, police, there's rats. We gotta come take them out." But by the time the police got there, the entire neighborhood had already like taken like shovels and bats and killed all of them.
Holy fuck.
Albertans hate rats.
It was a fucking
before we
lynching.
even get
Why
there,
do
they
you
were
hate
all
rats so
already
much?
dead.
Because they were
Well, you
gonna
don't-
eat
okay,
all the
okay,
wheat.
Ghuntz. Ghuntz, yeah. So they're gonna eat all the wheat. So what happened, Ghuntz?
I
So I
don't.
don't know if you know this.
Oh
Ghuntz.
god, Ghuntz doesn't know. This is amazing.
Someone post the map. Where's the map? Someone get the
Yeah,
map.
I'll get
The
the map.
rat map?
Get the map.
The rat map.
The rat, yeah.
Literally the rat, map.
map.
Hold on, I'll just Google it real quick.
Put the map on screen.
Rat? Yeah, it's already been on screen in one of the
No,
episodes.
this is
I know, it was
like
on the screen
Hunger
like
Games
too,
with
but
the
put
emu?
it back on screen.
Yes,
no, because
except they
failed.
won. Because they're Albertans.
Okay.
Listen.
Alright.
W-
I'll
watch
give you a
this.
lowdown on how rats work in a second. Alright, here you go, Ghuntz. This is where rats live. You notice that blue spot?
Oh, that's you.
That's where I am.
That's Timmy's.
That's me. Alright, so originally the map didn't look like this. Rats came from Europe, and they hitched a ride in boats, and they ended up on the east coast, and then they spread their way across to the west. But Alberta already had a government by then, and so the Albertan government knew that the rats were coming because they'd already gotten into Saskatchewan. So we were like, the rats are coming. We don't like rats. We don't want rats. Let's not let the rats in. And so we basically prepared like you would for a literal like actual invasion, and we kept the rats out for 200 years. And to this day, the southeastern border of Alberta is patrolled 24/7 by the Rat Patrol, who that area is mostly just like flat prairie, so they just like patrol flat prairie, kind of like the people who patrol like the southern wilds of the United States border. Basically that, except instead of looking for
Mexicans?
illegal immigrants, are looking for rats.
Yeah.
The Rat
Instead
Patrol is the
instead of
best fucking
Mexicans
name
are looking
ever.
for rats.
Dude,
The Rat Patrol.
Timmy, you know what you guys need?
What?
You guys need to build a wall.
Yeah. They just make it like a meter high.
do,
That way the
we do.
rats.
This is what Kenny should have invested in, not a fucking pipeline, a fucking
rats
rat
are
wall.
climbing. The rat
No.
wall.
Listen. It's literally just the fucking Attack on Titan wall, but the top just has a bunch of mouse traps just laying everywhere.
Make a
Hell yeah.
field of mouse traps.
But we're actually in a very advantageous position because to the west and to like the southwest are the Rocky Mountains, right?
Yeah.
A rat is not gonna. If a rat climbs to the top of the Rocky Mountains, they're gonna freeze to death or die of hunger before they get into Alberta. So western half, totally safe. The north, it's like the Yukon. It's really fucking cold. No, rats are not. Rats only exist up there in cities, and there's not really any roads that go there, so they don't really come from the north. Northeast, basically same deal. A lot of forests. Rats don't do well in forests. They get eaten by birds. So really the only way they can come in is the southeast, which is mostly prairie. It's decently warm. There's roads. Most rats which come into Alberta come in on trucks from Saskatchewan. And so whenever trucks come from Saskatchewan, they get inspected. They see if there's any rats in there. We kill the rats if there are. And then the only part of the border which is vulnerable, which is the southeast, gets patrolled by the Rat Patrol. And to this day,
This is like
not a single
rat genocide.
And if rats do get... And if,
Rat
and if-
genocide.
yes.
Yeah.
And if rats do get in, the neighborhood will kill them before the police can even
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
I gotta see a video
it's
of that. I
illegal
have
to have
see
a
a
pet
video.
rat.
Yeah, it's illegal
Hold
to
on,
make
I got a good
make pet
video
rat,
for you.
to have a pet rat. Yeah, there's tons of videos about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
illegal to
it's
have
like
pet
it's
rat.
like 40 seconds.
Grab the rat propaganda.
Of course,
Yeah,
there's
and
so
how
many
many-
rat
how
apologists, fucking rat lovers.
How many rats do you have to have before it becomes a felony?
1.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
Obviously.
Holy
What do you think?
shit.
What do you think
Is
they
that-
did
is that
to
a-
people
what do
who
you- what do
fucking
you
hit
mean?
Jews?
Is that am I serious?
What if
Of
you
course
have
I'm
half a
serious.
rat?
Well, it's dead, so you're fine.
The only good
You're
rat
actually
is a
getting
dead
praised
rat.
in that. Yeah.
Oh, this is the one I like.
Oh wow, yeah, this is anti-rat propaganda.
Rats are coming.
Yeah. We literally had all those pictures already in
We had all these pictures in the second
Yeah,
episode,
yeah.
but I don't care.
They're gonna be in there again.
I am the rat. I'm the rat man. I'll kill the rats.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Okay, so
This is the one good thing about Alberta. Alberta's a shithole. It sucks. Fuck you, Kenny,
you don't even have
But-
oil anymore.
for losing the oil. But we don't have any rats, so it's a pretty okay place.
Yeah, true. No rats. That's crazy.
Yeah. Every Canadian's favorite movie, every Albertan's favorite movie is Ratatouille because they kill the rats.
Shoot them, trap them, poison them. Oh god, I love it.
Or beat them, or option number 6, beat them to death with a shovel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally.
I love it.
My dad did that at one point. He fucking chopped a rat in half in the backyard
Oh,
with a shovel. Yeah, it was
Hey,
crazy.
is he Albertan?
No, he's very French Canadian. See, we don't like rats either. It's just that our government prefers spending their resources on being abusive to the rest of the country and having way too much power and preserving the French language over killing rats.
Dude, when
Anyway.
are they gonna make it a felony to not know French in
You
Quebec?
should make it a felony to know
In,
French.
in Quebec, it kind of already is, dude. Like it,
Yeah, basically.
Fucking you can't have public signage in English. Only if you're like a fucking multi-million dollar.
Wait, you can't have
company.
you
Yeah.
can't even have bilingual?
Yeah, no, you can have bilingual, but you have to have the French like 3 times bigger than the English text.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and
But fuck you guys, we don't have French at all.
yeah, you don't. Well, you do learn it in school, right? Except you forget about it.
Debut.
What?
What?
I think that's boot in French, but it sounds funny.
Oh,
I probably said it wrong. I remember it from like
the impression that I got from other Canadians was that like if you're in somewhere like Alberta where who gives a fuck about Quebec? It's basically another country.
Yes, correct.
They basically make like a halfway bullshit effort to like maybe teach it to you, and then they don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you don't
I mean,
do
they
it.
give you the option. So my brother went through full French immersion, so which means he had French schooling for 10 years through all of elementary, middle, and high school. So he graduated with a French diploma out of high school.
Yeah.
So he's legally bilingual.
So basically,
but
how,
that's a very small proportion of high school graduates, and most people you get like one class in like 4th grade, and then you forget about it.
To give you the gist of it, there's like I think 8 or 9 million French French people in Canada, people who have French as their first language, and I think there's something like 10 or 12 million who are bilingual in total, and like 7 million or 8 million of them are all in Quebec, and so it's and 1 million is like in Ontario, so like basically anywhere else, or like New Brunswick, and like anywhere outside of that, it's fucking no one.
Yeah, there's like 4 French schools in the entire province.
So what?
And Alberta is pretty populous among Canadian provinces.
The thing is, if you want to make it far, like in Canadian politics, you have to know French.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Quebec is like the wild card. We're not gonna vote for you if you don't know French.
Does the commander-in-chief know French?
Yes. Trudeau is French Canadian.
Of course, he had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most prime minister are French Canadians.
How do you guys feel about Trudeau?
I personally don't like him. Obviously, he's like not fit for the job.
Hey guys, remember? Hey, Will, remember when he said he was gonna abolish first past the post?
Wait, when what?
Remember when he said he was gonna abolish first past the post like 6 years ago when he got elected?
Yeah.
I remember.
Fucking
prick.
Trudeau is a prick. See, he was like, yeah, fuck pipelines, and then he got elected, and he was like, you know what? I kind of like this pipeline. But then
This pipeline, that's a good pipeline.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
I don't. Okay, listen. As a fucking American, I don't want to hear fucking shit. Okay, like you can suck my dick. We just had Trump for 4 years.
You just had almost fascism, but typically French. Fucking hell. Canadian politics are very interesting compared to American.
They
politics.
are.
Because Quebec
American
exists.
politics are American politics are too real. You need more rhinoceros parties. Is what you need.
You need more parties. Jesus Christ, why do you not have like a fucking NPD?
Get a communist Leninist party. Get a rhinoceros party.
Rhinoceros party, yeah.
Dude, the rhinoceros party. I love the rhinoceros party. What's the other one? The other meme one.
I mean, there's the Bloc Québécois, and there's the fucking Green Party.
They're not really memes.
I know they're not a meme, but they kind of
real.
are, right? Like fucking Quebec independence.
They're kind of a meme.
Yeah.
Two-party.
Yeah, Canadian politics are funny.
Yeah, dude.
American politics are not funny.
American
you get more
politics are
jokes
fucking hilarious. Are you kidding me?
They are very. It is very funny, but at the same time, I also feel like America as a whole would probably gain like 20 additional like average IQ points if we removed that system because it's fucking terrible.
What system?
The two-party system.
I mean, it's never gonna happen. So sorry about that.
I mean, the two-party it's not a whole lot better in Canada, to be fair.
Yeah, so we brag about having like 3 or 5 parties, but
like,
only the Liberals
like 2.5.
and the Conservatives have ever won an election. So
yeah, federally.
Yeah.
The difference between like America and Canada party-wise is that the federal parties are different from the provincial parties.
yeah,
So like certain parties have tons of provincial power but have no federal power. Like NDP
yeah.
governed like I think last election cycle they governed BC, Saskatchewan, and Alberta.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah.
But had no federal presence at all. I think they're out in all 3 now, though.
No, they're still in BC, but only because they did
Still in BC?
an alliance with the Green Party.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, Canadian politics has alliances. That's fucking sick. That's
Yeah.
base.
That does sound pretty.
Also, yeah, the Albertan Conservative Party fucking imploded last election cycle. That was fun. And then they won.
the Conservatives in general just
fucking Kenny.
seem so fucking bad right now. Jesus Christ.
I want to shoot Kenny in the head. What a fucking retard.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Tennessee, so I the local politicians are very much like not
Yeah.
the best.
Culturally and politically, Alberta is basically Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with Texas, there's like a small beacon. Well, actually, not even that small. But it's a fairly large beacon of like somewhat progressivism, like in the
In
middle.
the cities.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Like in
it's the
Austin
same thing.
and Houston
It's the
and
same thing in
Dallas.
Alberta. Edmonton is
Yeah.
is pretty much like that.
Isn't Calgary? No.
Calgary a little bit, mostly Edmonton.
Okay.
I mean, with Tennessee, you have like Nashville. That's it. Everywhere
Yeah.
else, is kind of fucking.
Because Edmonton has fucking.
You know what was crazy? When I was watching
is-
Iron-Blooded Orphans, and the fucking climax, like the big finale of season 1, was in Edmonton.
What? Excuse
Yeah.
me?
So fucking
You know, I think I did hear. My brother's seen Iron-Blooded Orphans. I think he told me that shit happens in Alberta in that show. I can't
like you
remember
fucking
that
go
years
like
ago.
by train from like from like Alaska to Edmonton, and they have like for some reason the fucking elections of like the big country that's like Canada, the US, and like Mexico and like some other things, I don't know. It is like in Edmonton, and like the elections are happening there, and so like they have to go to Edmonton and like big
weird.
battle in Edmonton, and like
Edmonton's a fake capital. Do you know about this?
it's what?
The capital city of Alberta was supposed to be Calgary, but then the Libs got in, and they were like, "Nah, Edmonton though." And so to this day, Calgary is a bigger city than Edmonton, but all the politics and important shit happened in Edmonton,
Yeah.
just because the Libs were butthurt.
So kind of same here, because Montreal was the capital, but Quebec City.
Yeah, same shit.
The funny thing is, though, Quebec City is a lot more conservative, of course, than Montreal.
Yeah. Same thing with Calgary. Calgary is pretty conservative, or maybe it's the other way around. I think one of them is pretty conservative. I'm pretty sure it's Calgary, and then Edmonton. Edmonton was the only place last election cycle that Liberals won anything.
Would you say that?
NDP won.
Would you say that Quebec City is like the Berlin of Quebec?
The Berlin? I'm pretty sure Berlin is pretty
Berlin.
fucking, like, far left, dude.
No, I don't mean like modern Berlin.
I don't know
Like
what the
Berlin Wall
comparison
Berlin?
with Berlin is, honestly.
Fair enough.
Like, I mean, we
don't
never
know.
had any walls separating our city into... I mean, Quebec City does have walls, but it's old fortifications from, like, the fucking 17th century.
Quebec City only has cultural walls.
Yeah,
Dab.
based walls. No, really, they're really fucking cool. Like, you can go on them, and there's, like, cannons and shit.
I believe you. Yeah, I wanna go out east and chill with not cringe hicks.
Just don't tell them you're from Alberta.
I will not. I promise. I'll tell them I'll tell them I'm from Vancouver, and they'll be like, I don't hate you that
Yeah.
much.
Fucking hell.
Fucking.
Canadian politics. Hell yeah.
I could be living in Saskatchewan though, so you know, it could be
Yeah.
worse.
Or Manitoba. That's even fucking worse.
And Manitoba exists. I forgot. Huh? What? Manitoba is like our Wyoming, but even less.
Yo,
I mean,
while we're
the
on
U.S.
that
has a
top-
lot of states like that. Like, what the fuck is, like, Arkansas?
It's
Or like-
Arkansas, right?
Or, like,
Kansas.
Utah. Or, like...
Yeah,
only
idiot.
thing I
Can you
know
even
about
read
Utah-
It clearly says Arkansas.
But we only have like 13.
Listen, the only thing
so
I know about...
it's more interesting that there's one missing.
The only thing I know about Utah is that the capital is called Salt Lake City. And they're like next to Salt Lake. And it's like, damn, there really is nothing there, huh?
I have like a somewhat local version of this, which is
I think the famous thing about Utah is that there is nothing there. It's so flat. They do shit with it.
it's fucking Salt Lake.
It's useful.
Anyway, dude, there's a town in Tennessee called Shelbyville, and I will say Shelbyville, and anybody from that area is gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? Because everybody in this area calls it Cheville.
The fuck?
Yes, They don't. There's no L. There's no like Y. It's just Shebville.
So there's this
And
really
they'll
funny.
look at you like you killed their mother if you say it the
way the
it's
Simpsons
spelled.
say it. Isn't Shelbyville that
Fucking-
other town
Yeah.
in The Simpsons? Pretty sure.
I never watched The Simpsons.
I only know
So-
Springfield.
Yeah, Springfield, and then Shelbyville, which is the town that they're like constantly like in a feud with. I think
Fighting with.
it's the first thing I thought about.
I have never watched an episode of Simpsons in my life.
Okay, so I'm sure Timmy's knows this, but there's this really funny like news show called 22 Minutes here in Canada. But at one point they did. Oh, I mean, recently, like last year, they did like some features on the American elections, of course. But like it was
Yeah, I
like
saw
in
those.
Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania was like a swing state, and
Yep.
and they went to like the rural towns of Pennsylvania, and all of them had like basically names that are just sexual innuendos, like intercourse or blue balls. And like what? What is this?
Alberta has like the worst town names. So there's like a town nearby. There's like Three Hills, Black Falls, Grand Prairie.
I mean, Newfoundland has dildo, so
Newfoundland does have dildo.
Yeah.
You could just be like the South where we like steal a bunch of names. You could just do that. Has anybody here been to Paris? I know Will's. Didn't you say you went to Paris once, Will?
yeah.
I've been once as
Yeah,
well.
you went to Paris. None of you fuckers have ever been to Paris, Tennessee. Okay. So you went-
You mean London, Ontario? London, Ontario, right?
Oh no, I actually have a friend. Okay. I have another internet friend that I've known for like 8 years, and he lives in London, Ontario. I want to go
Yeah.
to London,
My
Ontario.
my aunt lives in London, Ontario.
Is, as I understand, a decent place.
Yeah, my aunt lives there. I've been there. It's pretty cool.
I've never been out east, so I haven't been there.
I know that they have a really sick bus thing.
Bus
Busting.
Yeah, like well, I shouldn't say like amazing. It's more like just like your average like non-American city.
As far as I'm aware, the city with the best like public transit in America is Montreal,
Yeah, I've heard that too.
which is pretty
don't
great.
know.
I mean, I've taken it for granted, but then I like informed myself. Like,
Yeah.
apparently, public transit in America just sucks. Like what?
It kind of
does.
just doesn't exist in a lot
Yeah.
of places.
I've used public transit in like Calgary, and it's terrible. And then in 2018, summer 2018, I went to Japan for a student exchange trip. It's insane how good public transit there is. People say it all the time, but it's actually like ridiculous. It's awesome.
Japanese people are eventually gonna like Tokyo is eventually gonna
gotta
become
figure
a
it out.
place where like there's not even like any kind of roads or like railways. You're just you don't even have to walk. You're just gonna be on like some weird like 3-dimensional like
Conveyor
Like
belts.
strips,
Yeah.
like fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's gonna be like fucking Isaac Asimov. Like you're just like fucking yeah.
like
that's
hey
gonna be
where
good.
do you pick the fucking like GPS coordinates that you want to move to, and then it's just gonna zoom you there in like 2 seconds.
The building is gonna fucking move.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Cube,
Yeah.
except the whole city.
Yeah, Japan was cool.
I want to go to Japan.
Me too.
fucking hell.
I'm actually learning.
Fucking
Japanese.
COVID killed my Japan trip.
I want to go to Japan, just so that I can like tower over everyone.
Me too, dude.
And just yeah.
Same.
I want to go back to Japan so that I can be the same height as everybody.
Oh, you're a midget? Damn.
I'm a midget,
I
yeah.
don't like it. I think
All right. Full disclosure, how tall is everybody? I'm 5'3".
I'm 6'4".
6'4".
You
6'2".
motherfucker.
I think I'm 6'1".
Oh my god, I'm surrounded by giants. This sucks. I hate this.
It does.
Damn,
It
5
does feel
feet
good
is
to
so
be the
fucking
smallest tall
small.
person.
I know.
I swear to God, like I legit, it's really weird being like, because like 6'4" is like, you know, it is like super tall, but there's still people out there that are way taller. They're just kind of rare. So like
Yeah.
it's really weird because like I just kind of like forget what it's like to see someone that's taller than me, and so like when I do like if I do like randomly encounter someone, like I swear to God, I was at Subway like 3 weeks ago, and I was getting my sandwich, and this guy comes in. I swear to God, this guy must have been like 6'10" or something.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me. I got like flashbacks to when like I was like 4 years old, and I was like in a room with my cousins that were in their like late 20s, and they're like legit like 6'9". I just remember being like, holy shit, you guys are like actual fucking you're like Attack on Titans to me, basically.
Timmy's, you can't relate to this because everyone's taller than you, but like when you're tall and you see a guy that's taller than you, it's like, holy shit, this is a fucking giant.
I know the opposite. When I'm short and you see a guy who's tinier than you, I'm like, dude, that's a fucking dwarf. What the fuck? I actually, my parents have a friend named Alf, who's like 4'11", and I love that guy because he's the only person I know who I'm taller than. My older brother is like 6'4".
I feel like,
which is makes it worse.
I feel like everyone that's like way taller than me, I feel like they just have a fucking like JoJo aura like at all times. even if they're not like that at all, it just feels like that.
Yeah,
they've got power.
It's true. I went to the dentist the other day and I fucking knocked my head twice on the fucking lamp.
I never had that problem.
There was something I wanted to say, but I honestly... Oh, yeah!
There was... I had something
for the Europeans out there, and actually people who use a good measuring system, 6'2", I believe, is 184 centimeters, or something like that. 185, I'm not sure.
Yeah, something 100 and... Yeah, something like that. I'm about 160.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm literally like 161 or something. So right around there.
To this day, I love my fucking 5th grade math teacher because, to this day, like kilometers to miles, and I kind of like am terrible at that. Centimeters to inches,
it's because it's impossible.
Centimeters to inches, I'm still like fucking terrible at. But dude, fucking like pounds to kilograms. Like there was like an example that she gave. She's like this I weighed this math book. This math book actually happens to be exactly 1 kilogram. So this is what 1 kilogram is. It's like 2.2 pounds. Here you go. And I was like, wait a minute, that's actually sick. That's like actual useful information. Like, cause like now as an adult, all that other shit, kind of like Celsius. Like what the fuck's a Celsius? But like kilograms, dude. Like I
mean,
yeah. See.
I will argue all day. For some reason, people are so ready. Americans are so ready to discount Imperial. Be like, yeah, Imperial is garbage, whatever. But they fervently defend Fahrenheit, which is so much worse than Imperial. Yeah. Fahrenheit is the worst measuring system on this planet. It
really is.
And Americans fervently defend it. For some reason, they throw at Imperial like it's nothing. But Imperial, you can keep Imperial. Imperial's fine. Imperial's not fine. Imperial's terrible. But Fahrenheit is the worst, and I don't understand.
The thing with Fahrenheit is that, it is a terrible measuring system. But the thing is that when you actually live somewhere where you are just constantly getting that information and contextualizing it, it's like one of those things. And also I think if Celsius was a bigger number in general than Fahrenheit, then we would be able to understand it better.
See, this is the thing that they always say is people always argue, oh, Celsius isn't specific enough. Like, do you fucking know what the difference between 70 and 71 degrees Fahrenheit is? No, you fucking don't. Get the fuck out of my face.
But you don't. I mean, you don't. But also, you low key kind of do. Like, you don't. You do. I swear to God, you do.
You just don't. I don't even know the difference between 30 and 31 Celsius. You don't. It's even Celsius. It's like 3 times. It's like one Celsius degree is 3 times more than a Fahrenheit degree. Might not, and yet I still can't tell the difference between 1 degree. It's ridiculous.
It might not be that bad on its own, but the other thing is that like the whole thing with the freezing point, it gets kind of like weird. If you've grown up your whole life.
Fahrenheit is fucking dumb. Celsius is simple. 0, it freezes. 100, it boils. That's it.
I know that, but you associate that number. You're like, oh, 32 Fahrenheit. That's when it freezes. You associate that number with it so strongly that when you see, like,
when does it boil?
Zero, when does it boil? That one I'm not. I feel like if I actually cooked more, I would.
Well,
No,
well,
it's not
see,
200.
well,
It's
see,
like
because
218 or something. It's something weird.
it's not specific because the way Fahrenheit worked is Fahrenheit is based on the freezing point of a salt water mixture, and and like 100 is like the average. What Fahrenheit thought the average human body temperature was, which was wrong. So average human body temperature is like 1 something, but it was supposed to be 100. So he uses random measurements
It's
that were wrong.
96.8, by the way.
96.8. So he meant that 96.8 to be 100, but but his measurement was just wrong. And then he used like some random salt water mixture that is not found. It's not salt water. It's just like some weird mixture he made. So it's completely just like not useful in any way. Any of its actual like things. People only use it and understand it because they've used it for so long.
I'm not defending Fahrenheit. I'm just explaining like yeah.
I'm just ranting because I hate Fahrenheit so much. People defend it all the time.
Fucking irony.
I get into arguments with Val about Fahrenheit all the time, and it's just like, Val, god damn it, I fucking
the fucking irony of Americans still using imperial when they like fucking got their country like revolutionized their country from Britain.
Yeah,
shake my head.
They still use the British pound.
Well, it's because we were all a bunch
Get a
of
base
like
kilogram.
we were all a bunch of like poor, like basically hobos that
I'll
came.
tell you what it is. It's because Americans like big numbers, and they're like, yeah, 90 degrees. I'm like 90 degrees right now. It's like it's 100 degrees outside, dude. 25
Fahrenheit
degrees
is acceptable in like very temperate regions where where water never freezes, and so like for that. Fine, it's not like particularly any worse than Celsius, but anywhere where anything ever goes below 0, it's just like it's worthless. I don't understand why you would ever.
I watched this very interesting. I listened to this like very interesting video the other day, and it really contextualized a lot of stuff about America to me. And what it is essentially like everybody knows this like on a basic level, but a lot of people don't like really think about it. Like literally, the rest of the Americas was like mostly like Spanish and like Portuguese, and they were like all the conquistadors and stuff.
Yep.
And they like mixed in with the natives. But like the actual United States of America was very much like just the like English and the Irish and like later the Germans and like that kind of stuff. It was more that it wasn't like the more
there was some
Latin
French
part.
too in America. Don't forget them. Don't forget fucking Louisiana.
Well, yeah, but a lot of you guys ended up.
I mean, they got assimilated completely, or like they walked back up to fucking New Brunswick.
Yeah, as it got on more and more later, there was definitely a more mixed type of people that were coming, but a lot of the first people that came over, like there's the whole like narrative of like religious persecution. What really happened, like in a way, or at least this was a big factor, like the fucking English saw. Like the Latin countries that were going out and fucking like pillaging the whole world and getting these huge rewards off of it, like huge material and economic rewards, and they were like, "Well, fuck, we should do that." But then
you guys are pillaging some stuff.
Yeah, but then they went to fucking North America, where there was absolutely no infrastructure of any kind. It's literally just a whole bunch of people that are like separate tribes, and they're way more likely to like guerrilla warfare you, and it's not something that you can take over and then immediately get big gains from. So like when the English,
it's like they can teach you to grow corn.
Yeah, like
there's not beaver fur.
Beaver.
So like it wasn't something that was immediately able to become like this huge economic thing, except with slaves later. That obviously later became more of a thing. But like most of the first people that came over, they weren't like these like nice English gentlemen that wanted to free themselves from religious prosecution, so they all boarded the Mayflower and they all worked hard and they built their little. No, it was like a bunch of fucking hobos.
Yeah.
And criminals. And they had like more rich, powerful people basically buying their services and telling them, hey, go over here and do what those Latin guys are doing, but like do
Listen,
it here though because
fucking
they're not here yet.
fucking New France was like such a failure as a colony,
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Oh,
like
yeah.
Quebec, where it is like today. That like they were about like the population was declining, and they were about to like be assimilated by the Indians, like by the fucking First Nations, and so the
And-
King of France had to send the les filles du roi, as they call it, like 100 fucking women to like have them breed. And it worked.
Yeah.
It fucking worked.
And another thing too, because you when you hear about or when you read or hear or get told about those like really early colonies, they always died like really fast. Like it was like maybe like a few months, and then like they would be like wiped out. And you're like, okay, like yeah, it's the winter and it's cold and blah 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 and all that shit. But like you guys brought a boat, like you sailed across the ocean, like you wouldn't have enough like supplies or like resources to like handle that. And the reality was is that like no, because they weren't taking anybody over that like knew how to grow food or whatever. Like the conquistadors didn't have anybody like that. They just went and killed everybody and immediately they were able to survive. Whereas in the Americas, like they just brought a whole bunch of people to basically try to pillage shit, and there was nothing to really pillage. So then the winter came, and they didn't have any food that they grew or anything that they did like that might have helped them actually survive. They just fucking died because they didn't have anything.
And basically,
Colonizations. Cringe.
got him. Shit,
True.
tits.
Yo, speaking of Latin America.
Oh, I should fucking put The Last of the Mohican in a fucking movie night. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do it.
Oh, wait, Ghuntz, just random. How long were you in Venezuela? Was it like not that long? Because I know you were like
I was born there,
right?
and
But like,
I left in 2016 after graduating high school.
yeah, dude, I didn't realize it was that close.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been in the U.S. ever since, but yeah,
Damn.
basically.
Wait, that was.
I guess Florida was probably an upgrade. Huh?
I'm trying to think back like with all the conversations of my friend, because like 2016, like when Maduro.
Oh, that was
already
it was
taken
around.
over?
He came to power like 2013, for sure.
Right. Okay, I thought I was right. So like, I thought that he locked down a lot of the like immigration
He just
Like
made
out-
it.
out of the country.
Him and his people just made it very difficult and inconvenient and expensive to get a way out. Like the process for getting a visa, for example, or a passport even, were unbelievably filled with red tape, and it would take months or years to get them to do anything because they were just so incompetent at running the country. I got out because I had a resource that I used, which was an old apartment that we sold. And that's how I got out, essentially, with the money. And of course, using that money, I got into college.
Jeez.
After like a pretty big scholarship deduction. But that was the only way out for me, at least, and for my high school friends, for example.
So was Venezuela like? What was the problem? Was it like communist or something?
It was sort of a modern socialist state where basically all the big companies and corporations that were Venezuelan, like the food companies, beverage companies, oil companies, all this stuff, they were independent companies. When Hugo Chavez came into power, he eventually just expropriated all these businesses from the people who had run them and created the businesses, and essentially took them under the wing of the government, made all these businesses properties of the government, and then he just didn't run them. Like the oil factories weren't just not working. The people he would hire, they would know anything. All these enterprises that were born from the country, they essentially became garbage because the people who were replacing the original workers there were absolutely incompetent. They were plugged into the government somehow, and they got jobs there, but they were all terrible. So, of course, the business is going to fail. Which means that, you know, a bunch of other countries stopped even paying attention to Venezuela, so they stopped shipping the products there. It just essentially a full exodus from anybody who even had a semblance of business understanding. They were like, this is going to be bad, and it was, so they left, which made it worse. And now it's basically like there's no economy. Like, people use US dollars through like Zelle and Venmo and stuff because the actual Bolivar doesn't buy you anything. It's basically worth less than the paper it's printed on. So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember my friend telling me about it. Like, it sounds like it couldn't possibly like be like a real thing. And like if you hear like inflation, like the numbers that start popping up in your head when you hear that word, like basically multiply it by like times 1,000. But like it's not fake,
No, it's real.
like it's real. Like that's basically
And they would continually print more money, like.
It sounds like fucking communist Russia.
It was bad.
It's a lot more like pre World War II, post World War I Germany. It's like almost that bad.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
like people like individual notes becoming like trillion Deutschmark notes because the currency.
Yeah,
is so
like
fucking
we've had to
worthless.
reduce the number of zeros from our currency like 4 times. On the bills, like they've printed new bills like every couple of years because it keeps going up so much that like $1,000 bolivar, you know, it has to it's not worth anything anymore, so they have to print $1 million bolivar, but then they realized this looked bad, so they made it $1 million worth 1,000. It's just complete madness. It's just total insanity.
So is that kind of situation where like people are like burning their fucking paper money?
Yeah, I mean it's all over the floor. It's on the ground. Like nobody cares.
Yeah,
It's still the official
Ghuntz,
currency, but
are you aware? Ghuntz, are you aware of the video game on
Mercenaries
the
2?
Xbox 360 called Mercenaries 2?
Yes, I actually am familiar.
How
with
accurate
it.
is that?
It got it all wrong, by the way. Because the city where it takes place in, or at least where it starts, or like where the finale is, there's a bunch of mountains there.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally wrong. For example, then a lot of the history that they use is just wrong. But the cities are right.
I mean, that's what I expected because the first game, Mercenaries 1, it's about the DMZ, North Korea, South Korea, and I know a lot about that, and that's totally
completely.
run in Mercenaries 1 as well, which is really funny.
The other weird thing about Venezuela's economy
games are
being
good,
so fucked up is that like, at least this is as I understand it from my research and what he told me, like really weird random jobs that like shouldn't really be making that much. Like they make like way more than everybody else, but it's not like stuff you would think of like an executive or something. It's like
hard labor.
like a taxi driver. Yeah, like well no like taxi, like he told me like for some reason like taxi drivers got like paid abnormally high. And I would assume that would be like maybe.
Is that a money laundering thing?
No. I think this is just speculation, but I would assume that it would be like maybe because of like the way that they get paid, maybe they have more access to like US dollars or something like that.
I have not heard about
because
that.
it might be like
taxi drivers,
electronic or something. Yeah, he told me that like essentially it would be so bad that like certain types of work, and again this is like mostly random, and this might just be a thing in his like area maybe, but like he told me that like okay, so like for example, like you could like wash dishes at a restaurant if there was one that like actually existed that didn't have like no food at it because Lamau, Venezuela. But like you could be like washing dishes and you would make like something absolutely fucking ridiculous, like 50 US cents a day worth of like Venezuelan money. Like you would basically make like no money. But then like if you're a taxi driver, you could maybe make like 16 USD a day in terms of like actual like value that you're getting. And it doesn't make any sense. Like you're not even like a manager or anything that's like you put in time somewhere. It's just like certain sectors of the economy, like people just
It's
make
just
way more money for
completely
no reason
fucked.
because of
And fucked in a way that
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. It really is bizarre. Like there used to be this boom
That's crazy.
of people who would go to the grocery store, buy in mass, and then pump up the price, and then resell it to their familiars, people close to them, right? Thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands of people did this, right? So you'd have these people buying bulk from all the possible grocery stores or places that had any money, and they would then resell them to their friends and family at a higher price. I mean, that kind of shit doesn't happen in a normal country, man.
Yeah.
No.
God, South America is so fucking weird. Like, I don't know much what's fucking going on down there, but I just know it's like not very good.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Like we hear about Brazil, because Brazil is like the big one, and it's like, yeah, like
Brazil's a shithole.
Brasilia, like you wanna be there because everywhere else is like hell. Like people getting shot in the streets.
Brazil is hell, but everywhere else is worse hell.
Yeah,
you know what the problem with South America is? The
What?
CIA.
yeah. True.
Got 'em.
It's all the CIA's fault.
So
Don't get me
so
started.
fucking does America have a Cuba? Like, do you guys know what the relationship between Cuba and Canada is?
I don't.
I don't know Canada with us. With us, basically, we Cuba was like a little
I
target.
know the
that was
U.S.
sitting out-
relationship with fucking Cuba. I know
No,
that.
no. Yeah. Like, but just like basically, summary. They were like a target. They're basically like a little like painted target in the ocean for like years and years and years, and then they hated us, and now we just don't talk to each other. That's pretty much how that works.
Yeah. Well, also they were communists. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
But also they didn't like the fact that we were constantly trying to like take them over. that was
Cuba.
that-
Cuba is like one of the most popular tourist destination here in Canada.
In Canada,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god!
and-
Now that you say this, I'm like vaguely remembering hearing about
Yeah.
this.
There's
at
like
some
this
point.
weird fucking brotherhood between Canada and Cuba, because fucking Pierre Elliott
Both hate
Because
America.
fucking Pierre Elliott Trudeau, fucking Justin Trudeau's dad, who was prime minister like 50 years ago,
Oh,
he
shit,
went
was
to
50 years
Cuba
ago.
and like vibed with Fidel Castro, and like from
Yeah,
that day
they're like best
onward,
friends.
Canada and Cuba were best friends.
Yeah,
That's low key. That's kind of based.
it is kind of based because Fidel Castro was the biggest spaceman on the planet, probably.
I actually
Yikes.
maybe this is just like fucking.
I mean, he killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I would assume it.
And like
I
people,
would-
he banished some people, but he's pretty fucking big.
yeah, I don't know. I think part of the problem with like American / Canadian views on like South American leaders is it's like we hear about them doing cool things, and we fantasize about those cool things happening here, like those particular things. So then we're like, oh my god, they're so base. But then it's like they also killed like 1 million people, and they executed all of their
I don't
political
hear
rivals.
about
They-
South America. I literally don't hear about South America. I hear about Cuba, and I hear about all the Caribbean islands that are French colonies. So like Guadeloupe or like
Yeah.
fucking French Guinea.
Yeah.
Like that's
don't
all I hear about.
French
Yeah.
Guinea, French
Yeah, well, we don't
Guiana.
fucking care about you,
don't
asshole.
hear about South America. you don't hear about fucking South America because like shit just happens so fast. It's literally just too much information to
That's
keep
true.
up with.
Fucking.
Yeah, true.
By the way, I think really weirdly, like, before me, like my family, like we went to France and shit. Our destination was supposed to be Peru.
Don't go to Peru.
Yeah, Peru in South America. I was just like, yeah, let's just go to Peru. And they're like, you know what? No, I said we'll go to France. That sounds better. I was like,
I think that was a good.
yeah, I think that was a good idea.
Peru-
Yeah.
Peru doesn't exist.
Fucking,
Dude, let's
we
fucking
we
go
had
to
family
Bolivia.
in France anyway, so we had like 2 weeks in a house. So, base.
Yep. Oh shit.
You know what, like, my version of Will's thing is, because I have, like, somewhat heard about South America just through my friend. My version of that is like Brazil. Like, I don't know anything about Brazil. Brazil is just Brazil is like if this is the Lion King, where like you can
Dude,
see
we're gonna have to get
everything the
Shaheen on the
sun shines on.
podcast to explain Brazil.
Dude, Brazil just like does not exist in my planet. Like, it just is. It's just a dark spot on the map.
Remember
that
movie
meme where, like,
with the animated movie with the bird, the blue? It's called Rio. I watched it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I remember being obsessed with that
I
movie.
watched it on the plane when going to France.
like if Brazil was literally just the Amazon jungle, that was like actually the whole entire Brazil, I would not know the difference. My planet would not change.
You're
Fucking
okay.
Yeah, let's just get Shaheen on the podcast and he'll explain Brazil for us.
Yeah, we really need. I don't know. He might be too antisocial for that, but
Is Shaheen Brazilian?
We'll have Shaheen talk.
you didn't know that Shaheen is Brazilian?
No, I didn't.
No, Shaheen is straight up like an actual, like, not Brazilian American. Like, he's still in Brazil. Like,
Remember
100%.
that?
I don't know if I've ever actually had a conversation with Shaheen.
Remember that meme where, like, it's like glass Brazil?
No.
Yeah, there was like a million memes. There's like fucking Brazil is gone or whatever, and like nuke Brazil, and it's like, yeah.
I do not know that. But that does bring us back to Digicord, which is allegedly the topic of this podcast.
We never claimed to be. We never claimed that. This is the.
It's called Digicord Radio.
This is the get crossfaded radio.
Listen,
I don't know what that
this
means.
is about the members and the people of Digicord and the surrounding servers. So, as long as we have these peoples on the episodes, it doesn't matter what we talk about.
Yeah, okay.
It's about us.
Oh, shit.
Digicord.
Right.
Kind of base and cringe.
Pretty cringe, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I
Listen,
hate what the Ben saying.
you can talk shit from a distance.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Listen, I've revived Digicord.
You know, Will, you have done a good job.
I really have. Like, Wada's in there now. Nyard is like super active.
Wada is talking about Digicord a lot. Like, he's been really inactive in Ohio.
So,
He's like, I'm just
listen.
vibing to Digicord with Will and Yard, and I'm like, Wada?
Listen,
careful, Igor.
Me and Will like kidnapped Wada and just like partied.
You guys
with him for
like
a
straight
night.
up did, like actually.
fucking okay. My profile picture, is obviously the main character of Symphogear, Hibiki Tachibana.
Was that what that is?
What she does does not have any weapon because, as she says, she needs to hold the hands of both sides to bring them together.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like, she doesn't have a weapon like the main character of Absolute Duo.
So that's what I did with those servers. I
If
brought
she-
everyone together. Fucking Wada is in our court now. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
I mean, also, I this is an official call out to Nard, you piece of shit. I'm a third-rate citizen in Arcord now. Fuck you, I hate you.
You're right. You've been in our court
house
for like stalking, like
kill
fucking
you.
lurking. That's true.
I've been lurking in Nardcord since like fucking day one.
You and me both,
basically.
buddy.
No, I've been lurking in Nardcord for a lot longer than you guys.
Oh, you mean like the actual time? No, I thought you just meant like as soon as you got there.
No, since day one of Nardcord, basically.
Oh.
Not actually day one. Like, it was around for a couple months before I got in there.
Oh, you're a third-rate citizen,
but
so
I'm
you
pissed.
only have access to like our court light.
Yeah, I only have access to the slime chat, the chill chat,
Yeah.
or whatever it's called. Which happened like 7 days ago. Fuck you, Nard. I hate you. I deserve
So
rights.
the reason why he did that is because Ghost.
I know why he did it. I'm
joined the
joking.
server.
It's whatever. It's fine. It's because what?
I know it was for Old Fuck February, which is the annual group watch of like old anime.
Yeah.
And the fucking
I know about it.
we always like advertise it in Digicord. They're like, yeah, join us. It's gonna be fun. And Digicord members always join our card at that time. But this time around, we're like, you know what? Let's not have them join the server entirely. We'll like seclude them in their own fucking like our court light, like third-rate citizens.
And then he third-rate citizen me, even though I was a bait citizen for so long. How could you do this?
That's pretty based.
I mean, yeah, we don't want Ghost
I'm gonna kill you.
to have access to the server, so that's why. But that's basically why Ghost is a piece of shit.
Oh, fair.
Fuck you, Ghost.
But why did he have to make me? He had to throw me in with Ghost and the rest.
I don't know.
Nubbins like Wada. I'm in the same channel as Wada. This is bullshit.
Our court has had like purges for inactivity, so just be glad you haven't been.
I know,
banned.
because the art always asks me, "Hey, are you around, or can I get rid of you?" And I'm like, "Nah, I chill, I vibe." And he's like, oh, "Okay." He said like 3 times, and I'm like, I'm just vibing.
Yeah, violent. That's what we do.
Do you guys want to know how to get rich quick?
Oh yeah, tell us about the fucking stock market, he does.
Oh yeah.
Did you buy eBay GameStop?
So how much have you been paying attention to?
Wait, is EB Games GameStop? Is it the same company? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
EB Games and GameStop are the same company.
Okay.
So how much attention have you been paying to Howard's containment chamber, also known as the AIDS Orphan torture camp?
I have not
Howard's
gone
back?
in there since I found it existed.
Howard is back. He's in this fucking containment chamber. You don't know that?
No, because
Ghuntz
has been gone too long. Howard came back, and we have.
Wait, no, Howard did not come back. So when Dark took over the server, everyone was like, "Yo, let's invite Howard back because we like to have Howard around. It's fun. He's like a lol cow." And then Dark did as the compromise of having him stuck in his own channel. So if we want to talk to Howard, we have to go down to the AIDS Orphan torture camp, is what it's called. And so,
which is frankly a genius plan.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's unironically one of the best channels in the server, because when you go down there, it's like at the bottom. It's to talk to Howard, so you know what you'll get, right? It's
we also use it pretty much for whatever. Like it's basically a even more random and shitty general discussion, essentially.
It's like Pepsu gets general, Howard gets general too.
Basically. It also is the containment chamber for anybody else that we like. Which is really funny because like Howard apparently from what he said, he doesn't even fucking care that he doesn't have access to the rest of the server. He's like, this is actually based.
Yeah, this
is based like he's like, he doesn't even want to see any other channels. He just wants to have like random interactions, like we'll have drama, for example, and so we'll have someone that's contained in there. This has happened a few times. And so like Howard's just chilling, like Howard just suddenly sees his channel light up, and it's just like random bullshit happening, and it's just entertainment for him, dude. It's so fucking funny.
I miss Howard.
Yeah, if you wanted to like come back and see Howard, dude, you could. But anyway,
yes, ask Dane. He'll unban you just like he unbanned me.
Fucking anyway, so no, so like at the end of January, I was randomly, I had a new job. I was like, fuck it, I can burn money. I've always been thinking about doing this crypto thing, and I just saw the fucking news about the stock shit. But I don't want to do the stock shit because that just sounds really weird and sketchy now, and I have no clue what the fuck is going on with that. After I literally don't give a fuck about the actual stock market. That shit can go fuck itself. But I got into like fucking cryptocurrency, and like long story short, it's done really well. And so like I've been posting and memeing about it, and like I basically transformed that channel into like the fucking it's like 4chan biz essentially, but it's like so like we got a whole bunch of people in there talking about fucking like stocks and cryptocurrency and like fucking doing memes and shit. It's kind of fucking base.
Base.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's named Azorphan Trading Floor.
Yeah. Tangelo, he threw in, I think it was like $100 on this coin that I was talking about. And according to what mine did, he probably has like $250 now. So he made a nice little chunk of change off that, and out of I guess gratitude, he renamed it to the AIDS Orphan Trading Floor, which is fucking based.
Listen, when the fucking GameStop thing happened, my brother like hit me up. He was like, "Yo, Will, do you want to like give me $200? I'm gonna put it in Bitcoin." And like, no, actually it was like 2 or 3 months before the fucking GameStop. Like he was like, "I'm just gonna deal with it, okay? Like, just give me $200 and tell me when to fucking pull them out for you, okay? I'll put them in Bitcoin." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I gave him $200, and then, of course, like last week, fucking Tesla just put like $1.5 billion in Bitcoin,
Oh, shit.
and I immediately made $200. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. If you said that was 2 months ago, you should almost have like 4 times your money.
No, because when I bought the Bitcoins, it was at like 50K, and then
Wait, but Bitcoin's 47 right now. Or it's like 50K like right now though. So it wouldn't be like
oh yeah, of course I have it on Canadian, so it's 60K. Right now it's at 60K. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Canadian dollars.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah.
that fake maple syrup money.
Maple syrup money. Okay. It maybe maple syrup money doesn't make it fake.
Yeah. It's realer. It's realer than fucking shitty ass paper money. It's in fucking plastic, dude. Our money is in plastic.
Let me see if it smells like maple syrup.
Plastic is the objectively better system.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my $100 bill does not smell like maple syrup anymore. It's too old. Rest in peace.
No, I threw like $1,000 on the thing that I'm watching, and so now I got like $2,500, so that's cool.
Hey,
Dude, Canadian money is literally see-through. That's crazy.
Will, have you seen the glow in the dark toonies?
No.
Fucking pathetic.
I mean, I might have. It might have a different name here.
It's a toonie that glows in the dark. What do you mean?
Oh. No, I have not, no.
Oh yeah, also a lot of that was done the day before last, so it was really fun because like
Cool.
I'd check it and it'd be like, yeah.
I just want to make sure. Being obsessed with like coins is a Canadian thing, right?
No, I think that's
Is it a Canadian thing? I thought that was just a me thing.
No, that's like an everywhere thing. We have like coin collectors in
okay.
America.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like the Canadian government? Yeah, no, well, everywhere does
My mom has a coin collection. It's probably like worth fucking $100,000 or some shit.
Dude, printing
like
pennies.
$1,000.
Printing pennies stopped being economical like 30 years ago, and we still do it because we like pennies. Apparently.
Yeah, we got rid of the pennies like 12 years
pennies
ago.
are cringe.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. It was 2011.
Oh, okay.
So 10 years ago, I think. I think it was 2011, 2012, something like that. Anyway, I worked at McDonald's for a long time. For like 5 years, I was a manager by the time I quit. So people just like gave you dumb money by accident sometimes. So I have like a collection of like rubles and Mexican pesos and fucking random other shit. I think I have a full shield.
Yeah. Listen, I worked at Subway. And at one point I did like a fucking good service to one guy, and he was like, "Oh man, I really want to tip you, but I don't have like any Canadian money." I was like, and he was like, "Well, I am coming back from Japan, so I got some yens." I was like,
"Oh, yeah,
fuck yeah, give me the yens."
I have a full set of yen because when I went to Japan, I just like I brought like $500 worth of yen with me. And I just kept one of everything, so I have a full set of every single denomination.
He just dropped like a handful of yens
system.
in the fucking tip bin. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, yen is like actually the coolest currency system. It's my favorite currency system. It's so fucking clean and cool and great. I love it.
They're so light. It's incredible.
Oh, do you have a 1 yen? The 1 yens are like plastic. It's so weird. They're fucking weird. I love the big fat 500 yen coins. Those things are awesome.
Fuck yeah. Yen.
Yeah. I love currency. I also have a full set of in 2000 they had like a full set of like zodiac quarters. I have like an entire full set of those. Shit like that. What else do I got? I also have commemorative RBC coins. This one's gold plated. Yeah. Cool shit.
Fucking... I don't even know what I'm listening to anymore. Kaon soundtrack auto-played into
coins.
something I don't know.
Oh, the Chaos Cedric's gone. Based. Anyway, I wanted to talk about kind of like the Gen 2 era of Digicord before at some point this time, because
the dark times?
It was weird. Yeah, it was literally dark times, but between like from like December 2017 to like June 2018. Yeah. It was a really weird environment.
Wait. Just one quick side note. Did Meme Manifest leave before I was joined? Was that a thing?
I can check. I don't remember really when he left. He hadn't been active for a very long time, but probably...
I joined in like August of like 2019.
Yeah, he's probably gone. Let me check. I can check for you real quick. Boop. Let me just grab this.
Dude, you forgot Kendrick in the Gen 1.
Post. I forgot
Kendrick.
What now?
Oh no, you put it in Gen 2. Never mind. He's there.
Who?
Yeah, Hub.
Oh, that's his name.
I mean, Hub. Yeah, Hub technically. No, Hub.
Yeah.
Wait, Hub's Gen 2.
Okay,
for sure. Right? Dude, that guy has had that profile picture like since the day that album came out, and has not changed.
If he ever changes it, I'll fucking beat his ass.
When he comes on the podcast, he'll have to role play as Kendrick Lamar. That's the deal.
Yeah. All right. Meme's newest post was April 2019.
Yeah. So he was there, right?
And even around that time, he was not very active.
When did you join? Is it September or April?
August.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
So yeah, it was April 2019. So yeah, he was gone by the time you rolled around. But yeah, so there was the whole student drama, which ended in like, let me check actually. Anime Talk. It's in the pins. Go down to Ghuntz will do nothing.
The first mention.
I know. By the way, I know. By the way, that Miki talked about the student ban. But it's really funny because like she posted Ghuntz will do nothing, and then like an hour later, Ghuntz woke up and banned her.
I woke up, read the whole conversation,
it was really funny.
Did like a 13-page fucking Google Docs.
Well, yeah, obviously you read the whole thing. Yeah, actually, where is that?
It's pretty legendary.
I know where it is. I got it.
I found it the other day, but I forgot to grab it.
Fucking wait, Zaria was in there? Zaria was in fucking...
Oh, yeah, I can talk about Zaria. Zaria was, again, I told you, there was Team Student and Team Econ. And I think you can guess where Zaria was.
Yeah.
Zaria was active for a little longer. Zaria was active into Gen 3 a little bit. And it was not cool. Let me just go from...
I got the link.
Ghuntz. Nope. Fuck.
Alright, I'm looking at the fucking chart right now.
Why is this so hard?
Dapis, yeah. Robber Sora, fucking Robber Sora.
Oh, is that the doc? I was looking for it, damn it. Alright, yeah, so it's like 17-page doc. I read it the other day. How do you feel about that doc now, Ghuntz?
I kind of wrote it in like a state of altered being, because it was like 3 a.m. I had like 4 or 5 messages from people that told me that shit was going down. They went all night.
I think I was one of them. Like, they went all night. It was like 2 a.m. to like 8 a.m. It was insane.
So I just
sorry, hold on. Keep going.
So I was just looking through the whole thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go all out. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just screenshot all this shit. I'm gonna make like a paper about it, just so everyone knows that whenever I actually do shit, because I at this point, like, obviously nobody said it.
Yeah, was this at all provoked by students saying Ghuntz will do nothing, and then you post a 17-page document?
Honestly, I don't know what possessed me to do this.
70 pages?
17.
Yeah, it's in. He just posted it.
No,
It was
not
17
70.
pages.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
No, 17. Don't read. He didn't read a book.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, I was just like, I'm
Pamphlet
gonna
at
be
best.
as like straightforward and like open as possible. Like, I'm not just gonna decide on who to ban and just do it, right? I'm gonna post something about my what I thought about it, and then let everyone read it and be like, okay, we agree, disagree, that stuff. You know, I mean, it just seemed like a logical thing to do, but in retrospect, it's like, ugh.
I remember it so vividly because I was like reading it like because I had woken up. It happened overnight when I was asleep, and I woke up and I just read the whole thing. And then when right like an hour after I finished reading it, I remember seeing you go, "Student is fucking banned," which is really funny.
Okay, so
Yeah, if you go into this document, there's like a bunch of towards the bottom. There's some screenshots with student, which was like really the impetus for the ban was like Econ was being a dick, obviously because it's Econ, but student was being like actually like vitriolic
really,
and like really hateful,
saying some disturbing
which was like
shit, and I
really
like,
the difference
you know,
between the thing. It was really bad. I went back and read it the other day because I was just like looking through old logs, just to research, and like Jesus Christ, she said some fucking shit.
yeah.
Oh, here's the image. This is the fuck.
So, while you post this, the reason why I was laughing there while Ghuntz was posting this is because I was just, reading the messages like that lit up in the chats in our court. And it was Kodo talking to Endless, because Endless changed his profile picture to this Symphogear character called Chris.
Oh.
And Kodo just, out of
Endless
nowhere,
changed his profile
it's
picture?
not the subject or anything. Endless is not even talking. I'm sure he's like sleeping or something. Kodo, out of nowhere, just goes, "Fuck you, Ennui. You're not Chris, and you're not cute."
Oh, Kodo, I love that man. Kodo is a Gen 2 boy. We molded that man
Kodo
Yeah.
is amazing.
into the beautiful capybara that he is today.
By the way, you did a
You're
fucking
welcome.
mistake in your chart. It's not Roggle, it's Roggle with an O.
Oh, did I fuck up? Nah.
On New Year's
I'm not even finished. I was gonna populate Gen 4, but I just didn't get around to doing it.
on New Year's,
Yeah.
when we had our big drinking, watch the clock, that whole deal. Well, fucking Kodo popped in, and there was a few of us that had our webcams on, and I had my webcam on, and like, I don't know if you've seen like my desk. I don't know if you've ever seen my webcam. I don't think you have, but like I have like my like bong, and I'm just like sitting here vaping and shit. And like I have like my two monitors, and fucking Edubs just goes,
E-dubs, Kodo.
Edubs, Kodo, and then he goes, "Is this what gamers looks like?"
Oh, did I ever tell you
E-dubs,
guys?
you're
So
a
there
gamer
was-
in all caps with an S.
I remember there was a time, I think like probably like May 2018, where I was talking about Garzy's Wayne in Anime Talk, and then Kodo said, I saw it, I watched Garzy's Wayne, it's not that funny. And I'm like, Kodo, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, I watched it by myself in my room, it just wasn't funny. I'm like, okay, Kodo, here's what you're gonna do. And so you need to watch it with other people. And so I set up like a Garzy's Wing group watch in Digicord. There was like 8 of us. And I'm like, Kodo, just like get drunk and then just like watch, and then we'll just fucking chill and watch Garzy's Wayne. And we did, and it was based. And then afterwards, Kodo was like, nah, it's still not funny.
God damn it.
I'm like, God fucking damn it, Kodo, you piece of shit. I'm like,
Kodo is an
yeah,
alien.
that was really fun.
Kodo has
Kodo
like,
was a
I think
beautiful boy.
like towards the middle of last year or something, he made like a Digicord villain chart, right? Where he like ranks the villains of Digicord, like according to him. So
no.
it's like shit tier, and then the top one is Elder God tier villain, right?
I need to see this.
So I think in Elder God tier it's Dark, Njard, the Thunderer.
Ghuntz is on there for sure.
No, it's the Thunderer and me. And the reason why I'm in there
You.
It's because I made him like Symphogear.
Where am I?
I'm not even sure.
Am I there?
Hold on. Let me just pull up the chart. I'm sure I can find it
I think
somewhere.
I think you
I don't know,
I think you
I
might
don't
be
know.
in med tier with me. I'm in. I think I'm either mid tier or med tier.
I'm only a mad tier villain. This sucks.
I thought Ghuntz was Elder tier, but he might be like the one below Elder God tier, which is kind of
Yeah. Anyway, I posted an image from the
it's
document.
kind of blasphemy, but whatever.
I posted an image from the document, and that's like kind of like the impetus of like what.
Oh yeah, no,
Conflict
I
at the
remember
time.
seeing this one. This one was
It's like,
really
This
funny.
is the kind of shit that happened.
That one is that.
Is it funny?
That means you're in great tier.
I'm in
Yeah.
great tier. Hell yeah. But see, like this is like uncomfortable for me because this is like the kind of shit that like happened, for like months. Like not this like econ like misgendering her or whatever, but it's like.
I love that
oh,
I'm
here-
not
okay,
even in
here's
this.
the image. Like fucking. Okay, I'll post this.
Yeah, your
Wait,
Ghuntz
yeah,
isn't
wait,
even there.
what the
Even though we uncovered in this podcast that he's the real villain of the fucking
secret
slime
Jar Jar
invasion.
villain.
He's the real villain. He is. Secret Jar
Dude, Jar Jar
Howard
Sith.
and Med
True.
tier?
Jar Jar Sith was the real thing all along. Fuck you.
So Kodo had this, I don't know why, but like he had this weird obsession with like not using the profile pictures of people in this. Like, I mean, he used some of them, but like,
What? He used Lydia's for
yeah, it's Lydia's,
and
yeah,
Dark's for
obviously,
Lydia.
but like Edubs is not.
Wait, so
Edubs is not
so the ring is me, but that's not my
Yeah,
profile
exactly,
picture.
exactly.
Is that what you're saying? But why?
Yeah, I don't
You-
know.
You
I
know
don't
something
know.
really funny about this? You know something really fucking funny about this? So as soon as I saw this when it was originally posted, the first thing that I did was I instantly opened a browser window and I went to Google and I typed in like kilo of weed because I knew that's exactly how Kodo would search for that.
Kilo a weed.
And it was like literally like the first result. Like
Is that girlish number girl Miki? Is that what that's
In the high tier, yeah, it's Mickey.
Yeah, it's Miki. Okay, that's not Miki's real image. It's a different image of the same girl. It's very strange. Who's the Kiki person? Shit, dude.
It's Josh. Nothing really.
Oh no.
Yeah, the real villain.
'Cause
yeah,
Anyway,
shit tier.
I posted one of the images from the document. That's like, yikes.
Yeah.
It was this shit that got to
So,
me, man,
yeah,
really.
pretty much the
Yeah,
the
that's
tipping point
pretty-
was that.
Yeah, it was basically that shit.
And then it was like
Yeah.
a year
See-
before anybody else got banned. After that,
Dude,
Yeah, who was the next
Dude, that-
band? There
that
wasn't many bands,
misspelling-
like 5 or less.
that
bands.
misspelling of pieces is actually driving me insane. What the fuck is that? How do you pronounce that? Is that fucking
Países.
Piaces?
Piaces.
It's like a
Yeah,
Greek
pretty
word.
You are one of the Masot disgusting Piaces of shit in the anime
same
community.
so many things.
Fucking okay. So
Yeah.
who got banned? There's student. I know Lydia. I know Sparky. I know.
D
Pico.
Pico.
D
My boy
Pico.
Pico eventually got banned, yeah. Pico was around for a
Yes,
long
he
time
was.
before
Yeah.
he got banned, though.
Yes, he was.
Who else?
I mean, we
look
could-
at the,
oh
knows?
my God.
the list if I
can
was
we-
in the server.
We could get into DPCO. DPCO is a fucking. He's a fucking big deal.
I remember the first time D Pico was in voice chat in like July 2018, and we were all like, "Ha, dude, this guy sounds like Munchie," because he did. He totally did. And then little did we know that he would become the most infamous character, perhaps.
Dude,
in
I
all
just
of
remember when I
history.
started watching Vosh, and like I just remember this one time I was just like halfway. Yeah, I know. I was like, I remember this one time I was like, I had my eye like halfway unfocused on the chat, and then I just like I saw something like it like fucking like came to me like a vision, and I snapped my head and I looked at it, and sure enough, it was D Pico's username. typing in Vosh's chat.
Oh, I think I
in
remember
Vosh's chat,
seeing
yes.
that.
Dude,
too.
that shit.
He did that. He was in Vosh's chat. all
Yeah,
the
it
time.
showed up. It showed up. There was a screenshot of it of one of those that was posted
In
of
Digicord,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yep.
But I saw it live, like happen once, and it made me so fucking like it made me so happy for some reason because I was like, oh my god, there he is.
Was that after he was banned?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a trip.
So So here are
I'm
my
pretty sure.
interactions with Deepico before
I don't know.
we got banned, okay?
Wait, 1 second. I don't know anything about Vosh, but I am under the understanding that like Deepico is also like an infamous figure in Vosh's
Yes,
chat.
he is.
Yeah.
He is.
Now, see, I think I've
In
heard
his
that.
Discord.
He is because he was really insistent about incel bullshit and like wanting to debate Vosh about incel bullshit.
I can't believe
Yes.
I can't believe I've never done this. I'm gonna go into Vosh's because I'm actually in his Discord. I'm gonna go into his Discord and search Deepico. I want to see if I can find anything fucking spicy.
Try to get on Vosh's
All right,
stream
so
and
guys,
explain Deepico
Deepico's on the next episode, right?
I mean, yeah, we could get Deepico in here at one point, but here's my point of view of Deepico.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, NRB, on fucking January, February, March, April, July 6th, the 7th of July, 2020. Isn't Deepico like 16? How can he be an incel? Who the fuck expects to be fucking at 16? Like, sure, some 16-year-olds fuck, but like, I'm pretty sure most people don't fuck till 17 at the earliest. And there's just like random sporadic, like, there's this one guy at like all caps fucking Deepico is back. One guy says Deepico owned Vosh Pepe hands.
That's in Vosh's Discord, right?
I think.
Yeah, that's in Vosh's Discord.
I'm getting like insane deja vu. I think Deepico might have posted that in Digicord or something. Wait, that was after? That sounds so familiar. I don't know. That's weird.
Anyway,
No, by the way, we're still totally off the radar. I just searched Digicord and nothing fucking pops up.
No,
So
of course not.
okay. So
We're underground.
I mean, yeah, whatever. So Deepico, how my interactions with Deepico were, I think the first time I acknowledged its existence was, there was this huge fucking voice chat that happened in Digicord. We called it the instrumentality voice chat because we were like 40, and someone got the idea of like everyone scream at the same time, and we did, and like we basically fused into one being, like instrumentality, and like yeah, it was a big meme. But Deepico joined that voice chat at one point, and he was talking to like I think Anti and like Hipster. Like I didn't know any better back then, but like fucking Deepico is like all about pheromones. Like
Oh, I remember this.
you gotta fucking charm the females with your Chad male pheromones.
I don't know
I'm going to become a scientist and invent like a way to make women fall in love with me using pheromones.
No, because I remember like back in the day when Deepico first joined, it was like me, Anti, Massive. We were all in there with Deepico in the voice chat, and we were just like, dude, this kid's the coolest.
dude,
So
Deepico reminds me so hard of like at least from when I talk to him. He reminds me of myself at like 11 or like 12.
Yeah, I felt that. I'm like, this is a fucking little kid who shouldn't be here, but it's fucking really funny that he is.
So what he did next was learn of the existence. No. Learn of the sex of this member of Digicord called Cooch Snart.
Oh no. Okay.
Cooch Snart. She was a huge she was a big fucking member of like the general chat. I would say like general chat. That was her culture, right? Yeah, Cooch Snart.
I don't remember
yes,
this
I know.
person.
She was definitely there while you were there.
Yeah, she was really active. She was like really in there. She was talking to Pepsi and Nemil and all those people.
If I posted her profile picture,
probably,
you would
yeah.
definitely like the one that she had at that time. You would probably remember.
She was Canadian, by the way. I think she was like living in Toronto. I think so.
She was one of those people that is on the fucking Digicord is super transphobic train, and then those.
Oh,
people
yeah,
left.
yeah.
So yeah.
You know, maybe her exposure to that is probably because of Nemil or something. I don't know. Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's.
But yeah, Cooch Snart. Deepico learned that she was a fucking girl, a woman, and he was all over her. He was like, "Damn, she's like a hot Asian girl or something." Like
The thing is, Will,
and
Deepico did that several times.
Yeah, I know, but he was fucking stalking her like every time, like fucking. She was tired of Deepico and like moved down to the anime chat just like to vibe a bit. Deepiko moved down with her and was like, yeah, damn, anime, yeah, that's cool, yeah, I like it too, I like Kuchnar, yeah, I'm talking to you.
No, he did that,
Dude,
like,
I don't know.
probably, like, 4 times with 4 different people. It was,
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know if I remember like that. I don't know if I remember noticing that specifically, but I'm vaguely remembering that I was like, I think at one point I was like, why the fuck is Deepiko in Anime Talk? He's never here. I guess I never put like 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fucking
because he was
amazing.
fucking stalking Kuchnar.
speaking
So
of...
the reason he got banned is because he was too much of an incel. And he was blackmailing this girl from his school, like telling her he was gonna kill himself because she wouldn't go out with him. Bullshit like
Yeah,
that.
I think that's been like I'm pretty okay. I've been in a lot of online communities before. I mean, everybody has, right? I'm pretty sure that like out of all the ones that I've been in, like that's the first time someone's been removed. Like not necessarily because of like community violations, quote unquote, but more like we're actually concerned that this person is like a fucking safety risk. Like
Yeah.
we don't want to like be investigated if this person goes and like shoots up the school or something.
They would find all the lolly that we posted. Jesus.
Oh, no.
No, stop! We gotta fucking kill Ghuntz now too. God damn it! I don't listen. I disavow. I do not participate in this.
Listen,
I
me
really
and
do.
Edubs
I
no,
love
like,
lollies, but I
seriously, though.
disavow.
me
No,
and the
seriously,
Edubs have been the most vocal anti-Victor Magnum people.
Anti-Victor Magnum.
Except when he
Is Victor
dude,
Magnum
he
still in
posts
Discord?
good
Is
stuff
still in there?
sometimes, but then he posts that shit, and I'm
No,
like,
dude,
God,
is Victor,
why?
Wait, Victor Magnum is still in there? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Yes.
I muted the not safe for chat.
Wait, Ghuntz,
No,
Ghuntz, you don't know
don't.
Victor Magnum?
I do not.
He's been there. He is.
Victor Magnum
he-
is a fucking important part of Digicord.
Victor
solely
Magnum.
because he posts 80% of the porn in there.
He posts everything in NSFW and has for as long as I can remember.
No,
And that's
maybe
the only
maybe it was
thing
a
he does,
different
by the way.
name or
He
something.
does not
because
interact
that
with
name I don't
anything
remember.
else.
I remember someone.
I have no. He's always been in there. I don't like. He's been in there for a long time. I've never seen him post outside of NSFW.
Me neither.
There are plenty of people who are like that.
Yeah, but he posts so much. I remember it. I gotta find out. When did he join?
Damn, man.
I'm gonna go into
Genuinely
NSFW
don't
because I can
remember
find him and do something.
that specific name.
I'm not in NSFW. I can't. What the fuck? Oh, he's in a Victor Magnum. There he is.
I mean, he posted recently. I just scrolled up.
Well, I won't be able to know. The last time he posted in NSFW in SFW was like 2019, but I actually can't look at all his messages because I don't have NSFW. Anyway, speaking of transphobia, Ghuntz, do you remember? I've been thinking about this for a couple days. Remember there was this trans woman in Digicord in like March 2018, like a month or two after a student left. It was like I forgot what her fucking name was. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There were a lot of trans women at the server at that time.
Yes, I know, but like there was one. She was like really outspoken. Then she like left the server because people were mad at her.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
There was just some drama about it.
Oh my God. Yes.
What's her
I
name?
don't remember what her name was. And
Do you have her?
it must.
I'm so
Okay,
mad 'cause
hold on.
I had her as a friend on Mal for so long, but I
I
removed
think I
her.
might have her in my Discord history.
Oh Jesus Christ! If you can find that, that'd be great. I want to know what her name is. I can't remember, but I think because so much of what Student was about her identity as a trans woman, I think that kind of like created like an anti. I really hate to say it. I think it created a kind of anti-trans like attitude in the server for the next few months. So like a lot of trans people came in and we didn't like say like transphobic things to them, but I feel like a lot of we like kind of like were wary of them whenever they joined in during
That's
Gen
really
2.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. And I didn't like think about it at the time, but I was like thinking back on it the other day, and I'm like, I think of people like the person I'm trying to think of right now, whose name I can't remember. And I remember people like that who just like trans people came into the server and then left after a while. It's because like the culture was just like really opposed to that for a while.
Well, I
it's
guess
really
that's
sad.
what happened with the fucking inclusive and horny Exodus.
Perhaps.
Do we really want to go into that? Like,
I don't think we
I
want.
don't think we do. You know, when we do want to go into that, it's probably when we will have voice on here.
maybe.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
don't even
voice
wanna
will
think
be
about it.
very, very willing to explain the whole situation.
Yeah, I do not have.
And I don't want to talk about it because obviously, like, we don't know. Like, we can't
Yeah.
know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but like the culture of after the student ban was very weird because it was like the only really huge poster was should I click that?
Don't
Dude, that's
Don't read out loud.
This is the base joke of the podcast is we all read Edub's secret messages.
no, stop this trend.
No,
I
this is
hate
the-
this
this
trend.
is the-
No,
the
stop.
best
Alright,
way-
so
joke, I love
Edebs just posted a spoilered message in the chat saying "gas the Jews." No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
He
yeah, that's
added
what I
at
said.
will
That's what I
to
said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, that is based Edubs. You're right.
He's really willing to say that's what he said because he wants to hide the reality of it. Well, it's worse than that, guys. I'll let you imagine what it is.
Anyway, the only big poster after student got banned was really like econ, but I think econ because of the student drama like kind of felt weird about his place in the culture, and so like he became like less and less active over the next couple months, and so when he like stopped really coming around, it was really just like dead. It was just dead. It was just like me and Me Manifest and Endless, not Endless, Massive Legend, and like Slim Bro and like basically everyone in the Gen 2 thing. We were just like around like talking about anime. Where it's like, you know, I watched an anime, it was good. I watched an anime, it was bad. You guys,
Yeah.
and then BQ would be like, hey guys, Fire Emblem? And then we'd be like, yeah, Fire Emblem. And then I played Fire Emblem 4 and he was like based, and I was like, hell yeah, based.
Hell yeah, based.
Never touching those games.
And it felt
Rest in peace, Siggers.
it kind of felt like we were really like in like almost xenophobic because we were just like sitting there like in our bubble like, oh, we're fucking like we're having like we're like we're like veterans of the econ student war and we don't want to talk to anybody else. We're fucking in our bubble like fucking having war flashbacks. Basically up until Digiroad versus Everybody, which is what caused a huge patron influx that brought people like Nyard and Endless Ennui and people in. Really not a whole lot happened. We did do, I think like the last vestiges of Gen 2 in August got together when Digi was doing a video every day for the month.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember that.
That was base.
We did a podcast about that. It was Massive and Copilot. Coco.
Coco, yeah.
Wait, was it Coco or was it Slim? Fuck. Coco was on there, but I don't remember if it was Slim and Massive's show or Slim or Massive and Coco's show.
Fucking that month, that August, there's actually one of my favorite Digi videos in there. I think it's called like Decompress or something.
Yes. That's why I love that video too. It's so fucking
It's
good.
so cool. It's so
Big
fucking cool.
cum.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, there's that one, but that's not the one I'm thinking about.
Oh, is that different? Oh, you're talking about the longer one. That's like it's like vibes.
It's like 10 minutes, and he
I know
keeps
what
saying
you're
like short sentences, and
Yeah, I know
on
what
screen
you're
he has like a paragraph of what he really means.
Yes,
by
I
saying
remember that now. That one's also really good. I got them mixed up. What's the big cum one called? Big cum.
It's called Satisfying Video.
Satisfying Video.
Yeah.
Satisfying Video is a fucking god tier video.
It really is.
It really is, though. It really is like probably one of the best videos he's ever made.
Fuckers in the Franks. Fuckers in the Franks.
Fuckers in the Franks. Fuckers in the Franks. Fuckboys in the Franks. Anyway, yeah. So that's the podcast we did. So it was. Oh no, it was Massive and Exotic Maneuver. Fuck, I forgot about that guy. And then I think Copilot was on a different episode. So I forgot. I just realized I forgot a bunch of technical people like Toya. Fuck, that sucks. Gen 2 was like I was looking back through the logs, and it was surprisingly big. There was like a lot of people there, but just like a lot of people just didn't stick around after Gen 3 came along, which is a shame. Yeah, this podcast is terrible, by the way. The one I just posted. It's like the audio mixing is awful. It's the worst. Don't listen to it, but it exists, and there's 3 episodes of it, which it was basically like a spiritual successor to Feeding the Content Machine, which had been off the air for
God, I still have all those in my computer.
9-10 months.
Yeah, the original ones.
Yeah, Feeding the Content Machine had ended in like what, December?
Yeah, I think
November.
Yeah, I think December.
So yeah, it had been off the air for 9 months, and we came back with this, which is like a spiritual successor, which was just us reviewing all of the videos during August. And I was in the first episode, and I didn't go back for the second 2 because there was a lot of people who wanted to be on. And that was kind of like the last thing that all of Gen 2 did before Gen 3 just took over completely. Because like a couple weeks after this video came out, or around the time this video came out, Dark must have joined the server, and then that was it. That was the last nail in the coffin. Not that that's like Dark, not like blaming Dark for anything, of course, but you know.
It was
At that point, Nyard and Howard and Shizmir were already there, and then Dark came in and was like, "Oh, well, it's over."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we kind of just vibed in like the side server that we had for a couple years until like everyone basically left. Like I haven't talked to Slimbro or Demi Spirit in years, which is really sad.
Yeah.
Those are cool guys.
It kind of sucks sometimes when you think about people that you like used to talk to.
Yeah.
You don't talk to no more.
It feels really lonely because I look at this thing I made. Shit, I have to scroll back up.
I hope our viewers will have some references for what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, they will. No worry.
Yeah, we'll
have
you watched Digicord Radio at all? I'm assuming not.
I wanted to do it first and then retroactively listen to all of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
I think we're all going to agree that the Pepsi episode was the best one.
I actually haven't seen it yet. That's the only one. I haven't been to work in 2 weeks because it's been cold and I haven't been able to go, so I haven't been listening to it because I listened to them at work.
I fucking love that episode.
So I haven't listened to Pepsi episode. It's so fucking long too. It's like, oh Jesus Christ, I saw it. I'm like, no.
The Pepsi one's hella based. You don't need to really watch it or anything. Like you really can just like vibe with it in the background. And it's really top tier.
It's mostly like just me and Pepsi just like fucking screaming and laughing at everything, and like Edub's just like vibing in the back.
But if you look at the timeline I posted, it's really lonely because like almost everybody in Gen 2 is gone completely from the Digicord Extended Universe. Like everyone in Gen 1 almost is in Ohio, and then Wada, and
That's true. The Gen 2 is like dead.
Yeah. Gen 2 is dead. Like
Gen 2 is our core.
I'm in the last Gen 2 server, and there's like a message in there like once a week, and it's just me, Meme, and Massive.
Yeah. So obviously in Gen 2 here we know you, of course. We know Econ. We've heard of Majin and Moshishami.
Yeah, Majin and Momoshami basically were like late Ohioans, so they were in for a while, but they weren't really around.
Yeah.
Like literally, Majin has been so inactive that he is still lol Econ, as I said earlier.
Right.
Which is from
so Ringo we don't know. Ace we know, of course, because Ace is our resident libertarian.
Ace.
Gun and
libertarian.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Ace, of course.
We know Meme Manifest. We know Massive.
Ringo is Absolute Ringo. Do you not know him?
No. Yes.
I think it was around for a little while into Gen 3.
I actually do.
Yeah, Ghuntz obviously Ghuntz remembers him, but...
Okay, well, actually, let me... now that I'm looking at Gen 2 here, fucking Mar is in our chord.
Well, yeah, Mar's in our quarter, so is Coco.
Coco
the bottom,
as well.
Like the last 4 are still around. Mar, Coco, Kodo, Hub.
Yeah.
And Massive, kind of. So in the brackets here, Laffer, Wheelchair, Pedro's Area, Demi, and LSD, those are all people who joined during Gen 1, but really were more...
Okay, yeah. Wheelchair is like still active
Gen 2
today.
Vibe.
LSD as well. However, Pedro and Zaria, Laffer...
No, Pedro and Zaria left like halfway through Gen 2 and just kind of...
No, actually, I remember... Never mind. No. I confused it.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, Ghuntz. Do you know if Demi Spirit changed their name? Do you remember Demi Spirit?
Perhaps. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so.
No? All right. I asked Wada about it, but I don't
See,
think
this
we
is the
heard.
reason why Ghuntz didn't do anything, guys. He didn't
Because
Don't tell anyone.
I think that was
no,
what,
no. But
yeah, exactly. Don't tell anybody.
it was just such a long period of my life that most of it just kind of
Yeah,
bled
same. Like,
together
I-
into like specific moments.
I forgot like half these people until like
I remember
yesterday
all
when I
these
was looking
names.
through all
I
of
just
the
don't remember
logs.
the interactions specifically.
Yeah, neither do I really. I did misspell Roggle. Look at that. I'm a fucking idiot.
Reading like just going back and like reading old Digicord is like very like kind of comforting.
It really is. Like I went back and I went back today, this morning when I was making this, and I was just reading like old conversations I was having with like Miki about Fire Emblem, and I'm like, man, those were the days.
fucking. I do. The only
From, like-
era I actually like fucking like go back to pretty often is like late 2019. Because that's when I really got like into it, and it's like that's when I made friends, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's really like that's the best era, like, and I go back to read those chat logs like pretty often.
Yeah.
But before that and like after that, like I've never really done it.
Yeah, no, it's weird because like I feel like I'm almost genless because like Gen 2 is dead, and I never really gotten on with Gen 3 or Gen 4. But then I also ended up joining Ohio last year, so I'm kind of in with the Gen 1 guys. But it kind of feels like I'm all over the place. I never really had an identity to myself. It's within Digicord. It's very strange.
It's kind of true.
It's also weird. I was thinking back on it because there's so many memes of me in Ohio now. I'm like, what did people know me as in Digicord? What did you guys know about me before last year?
I mean, I
Robert
just knew
Mott.
you as that guy in video game talk that had like sometimes good opinions, but sometimes also kind of weird takes that I didn't necessarily vibe with.
Yeah.
I remember Digi mentioning you in some videos.
Mostly rants, and also I got like won a contest and shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's that Thosetimis guy.
Yeah, see,
So, like,
like the things people knew about me. I was like, okay, it's the guy with the weird name that nobody can pronounce, and it's the guy
Yeah.
who likes Sao. Those are the
I thought it was
memes.
Thosetimis or something. at
Everyone
first.
thought it was those Timmies. It's not those
Yeah.
Timmies.
It's
What is it, Will?
Thosetimis.
It's the same.
It
Thank
was
you.
it was weird because like I'm pretty sure that like we started having like semi-regular conversations like very shortly before you became mod,
Did we?
which was kind of weird because I was like, yeah,
well,
because like, remember
because that was me coming back. Because so what happened is fucking COVID fucked me up. Like I had to go. I was in school.
no,
and I
this
had
was
to,
pre-COVID.
Well, because I got back into the server in like February of last year. I became a mod in like March or April.
Oh
Other-
God,
Otherwise, I was
It's
like
been
basically
that
dead
long
for,
since COVID, Edubs.
I was dead.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
it's been a year. Edubs.
Yep.
But like
So what happened? What happened was that I had just gotten a really sick new job, and then in
Yeah.
April I had gotten laid off, and then like I didn't even start getting back into work until like a month ago, and then that was just like Taco Bell, and then I didn't even start like my like getting into like a real job until like literally like 2 weeks ago exactly.
Yeah.
So like that whole like 2020 was like just kind of a fucking giant blur for me because I don't know. I have this weird thing. I'm really trying to break this cycle, but I have this like really weird cycle that I go through where I'll be doing real good, and then like some bullshit will happen, and I'll just literally like go into neat mode for like a little bit, and then like I'll come out and like, oh, I'm back in the
I
world.
mean, it
and
wasn't
then
really your fault, right? You just
I
got
did-
fucking laid off.
yeah, I did the exact same thing recently. It's
Same
not
here.
Good.
I've been in
it
neat
sucks
since
to do.
Yeah, it really sucks.
since May. I think.
I did it for a month too, towards the end of last year. So I got laid off as well from my Pokeball restaurant job, and
Yeah.
for a month I wasn't eating. But during that month, I organized myself to go back to school and get a new job, and I did both at the same fucking time.
Fucking
And
God,
so
you're fucking
and I
based.
fucking
hate it.
worked at this call center for diabetes people for like 3 months, and then school started, and I was like, all right, I'm out, and I made like fucking $5,000 like in 3 months. I was like, yeah, based.
Yeah, I've had like maybe like 3 or 4 periods, depending on like how long you would call being a NEET, like a period of being a NEET. Like if it's just like like a week, like it's not really that, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like I remember like I got out of high school, and like I basically had no plans. So like
Yikes.
so like for like I mean, I vaguely had plans, but they were all like very long term, and some of it fell through. So like a year, like for like a year and a half after I got out of high school, I just didn't exist. I was just like being a NEET.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really neat in during the depression period. So like 2017 to 20
Oh, yeah.
like early 2019. That was the depression era for me. And that was hardcore needing on my end.
That was the part like 20, I think it was like really, it was like midway through 2015 to like probably early 2017, or it would have been like midway through 2016, like, but later. It was kind of weird. That was like the part where I like moved and went to school for like a year, and I was living with my other family, and that shit fucking sucked. That was basically me. That was like the opposite of NEET mode. That was like me basically doing shit constantly 24/7 and living with people that I fucking hated. I was basically like investing in my life later, essentially.
So you are also depressed, but for like the opposite reasons as me.
The exact opposite reason. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was doing the exact opposite. It was like I was working constantly, and I fucking despised it.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was working McDonald's for like a year and a half after I got out of high school, and it sucked.
Like there was like a huge. It was like a huge like year essentially where I would get up at. I didn't even need to get up until probably like 7, but the people that I was living with, I despised them so much that I would get up and go to school like an hour early because the teacher would be there and just chill, because I just fucking hated them that much, and I just didn't even want to be in the house. And then like I would be there until like 3, and then I would come back and work at not McDonald's. You fucking said McDonald's. God, I fucking Walmart. I worked at Walmart, and would work until like 9 or 10, and then I would just come home and immediately go to sleep. And then like on the weekends, I'd have to do like work for them like at their property that they own. So I basically never had free time essentially for like almost a year. It was kind of insane.
That reminds me of when I was in a.
See, my situation was. Okay, my situation was, fucking. I went to college immediately after high school, or cégep here, as we have a different education system here in Quebec. But so I went to cégep right after high school, but I was not fucking ready for it, like at all. I wanted to go do animation, obviously, because I was a fucking anime nerd, and I was good at drawing, but not fucking good enough. When I did the exam to go like in the fucking animation program, I was fucking terrible. Like I thought I was good, obviously, but like a month later, I would look at those drawings and I was like, I would think there would be literal garbage, right? Like holy shit, those drawings are absolutely ugly, and I completely understand why I fucking failed that exam to go in the fucking art program. The animation program, sorry. I went into the art program instead, like the general art program, visual arts, it's called. And fucking, I hated that because it wasn't drawing. It was painting, sculpting, and like some other bullshit that I fucking hated doing. And so, I hated that, and I did not make any friends at college. That's not true, actually. I did not make any friends in my classes, and I hated my teachers. And so immediately I just started fucking dropping out, not going to the fucking classes at all. I skipped the classes to go like at the fucking anime club, and where I made actual friends. But actually not necessarily in the anime club. Like around the anime club. I mean, the anime club was very cringe, whatever. but yeah, that got me depressed. Just like going to college, hating it, and like having my parents like not liking what I was doing because I wasn't going to school anymore and like dropping out and like failing and everything.
Dude,
This is
And
like the exact plot of Kakugaku Shikajika.
and fucking so the environment at home was, well, I love my parents, but and they love me, but there's always this awkward atmosphere of like, well, like I'm not going to school and I'm not even working, so like I gotta pull my own weight, right? And, like the fucking bullshit like that, and that fucking destroyed my fucking mood all the time I was at home. So I had to fucking like, my mom like was restricting my internet access. It was hell. It was fucking hell. I was always like fleeing to my friend's house, living on the other side of the fucking town. It was not good. It was not good.
It is insane how much better I get along with my parents now that I've moved out.
Yeah.
dude, isn't that crazy how
It's
that works?
awesome. It's
Isn't
so
that
cool.
fucking amazing? Yeah.
I'm like, my dad and I just go out fishing all summer, and we just vibe. And
Yeah.
I don't have to
I mean, I get along with my
have
parents
anymore.
really well now. So basically, how I got out of it was my other friend who, like, really helped me going through depression because, the one I was going to the fucking to his place, right, to flee my house basically. He got depressed, and I was like, well, I just got through this because like I got a job, and I was like getting through it. Like, yeah, I got money now, I can do things. My parents are like generally more happy about me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
fuck yeah. And then he got depressed. I was like, immediately I was like, yeah, I'll take like the situation in hand. And I kind of did. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll go see him. I'll go talk to him. And that was like a huge fucking confidence boost for me. Like,
I
immediately.
mean,
I
yeah.
like fucking became like extroverted out of nowhere. I was introverted and now I'm extroverted.
Yeah.
And from that point onward, there's like I worked like some small jobs like Subway and some other restaurants, but that was enough for me because
Yeah.
I had friends, I had anime, and I was like, yeah. And then
Yeah.
Digicord happened, and that was a big shift too. 'Cause,
yeah, I shit about working at McDonald's for 5 years a lot, but like I think doing that like definitely helped me like become a person. Because I wasn't like a shy little piece of shit anymore.
yeah.
It's
Fucking
highly
working at
recommended,
Subway
even though
really
it
helped
sucked
in that
ass.
regard too, right?
See, that was one thing because like I did this, but like I did this in high school. So
I mean, I did that in high school as well. But yeah.
No, in high school, my
we were
jobs
talking about
was-
last year with COVID because
yeah,
when
yeah.
I was getting back into the server, because it was like March and my school got canceled. And I do school online, and I was like, okay, I can't go to school and chill with my friends anymore. I can't fucking do anything. I have no friends online anymore because I had just not been in Digicord for a long time. I wasn't in Ohio yet. I'm just like, this sucks. I hate myself. I want to die. This is the worst. And so I kind of got back into Digicord, and which is prompted by because Digi had made around that time the manga channel, and I was like, hell yeah, I can talk about manga, and I read manga all the time. And so around that time, I kind of just like to distract myself from how everything sucked. I just like get them doing a bunch of things. So I was like really into. For a while, I was doing speedrunning for Outer Wilds, which is a game you should all play. Not Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So I was like doing that.
I remember you talking about that.
I started Manga Club. I was speedrunning. I was doing a bunch of shit. I did the podcast with Roro, which is all really
Rest in peace, Roro.
just rest in peace, Roro. Yeah, he just left because he was like, I DM'd him. I'm like, hey, where'd you go? And he's like, I just don't like Digi anymore, so I'm gone. And I'm like, yeah, and then like a month later, Digi left. I'm like,
Yeah, Roro joined back to like post his manga 3x3, and then
then
he
he
left
left again?
immediately. Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck,
li-
Roro?
That's why he fucking joined back. He was like, yeah, I'm just here to post my 3x3, and then he did, and then we had like a short discussion about it, and he left.
Roro, I love that man. He's a character. Yeah, I did the podcast with Roro, and it was because of that podcast that I got into Ohio Nation, which was helped out a lot. Yeah, around that time, that's when I got back. So I probably got back into Digicord around like March, and probably talked like manga and video games, video talk. And it was cool.
Yeah.
Video games are epic.
I feel like I like somewhat relate to the thing you said about like how you got into art and then you fucking sucked at it and you felt bad about it.
Yeah.
Because like that's like me, except I didn't even go to the part where I like tried.
Wait,
I just
wait.
like
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So no, I didn't suck at art. I was like the best one in my high school. Like,
Oh, you just okay, never mind. So
yeah.
you were fine, you just hated your own shit.
Yeah, basically. So I was good. I'm still think I'm good. Like I when I do draw.
I was just talking about in the past. I think your current stuff is like the stuff whenever you do it, I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't that good. That's the thing. Like I wasn't that good at all when I did the exam to go do the animation program. So I was like in my big like I'm all in into drawing phase. So I was really fucking upgrading my skills really fucking fast. Like I have a huge pile of drawing like in my fucking drawer here right next to me. And I can go through those and like look at I know like I look at them and I know when I did them because I see like the skill level and like damn I once thought that this drawing looked fucking cool and now I think it's absolute garbage. And that was like every week back then. That's how quick I was fucking getting better.
I don't know. I feel like just like again, like as someone that's like always failed at anything remotely creative and basically just has given up. I don't know. I feel like from like an outside looking in, art in general just feels like one of those things where like I mean it's like anything else that's hard like fighting games or whatever, but like 10 times more. Like you can never master like anything that you try almost unless you're like fucking gifted basically.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's kind
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
just
Not
take
with
it
that.
casually. That's what I learned, right? That's what I
Yeah,
learned
same.
by being depressed is to take it casually because trying to make it a job made me hate it. Like literally. Fuck and so nowadays I only draw when I really want to and feel like it. And like other creative things that I do like this podcast or like shitty AMVs or fucking memes. It's like it's always because I really want to do them, right? It's
Yeah.
and it's all like it's like in the moment. It's like yeah, let's do that real quick, right?
That reminds me. Speaking of autistic bullshit, I remember. You guys remember? Like, you might not have been. Do you guys remember in like November 2017 when disabled all his comments?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You remember that? I remember that was like right after I joined the server, and so I was like, okay. Because Digi wanted everyone to go to the Reddit to comment because he thought Reddit comments were better. And I'm like, are they though? And so I went through every single comment on like the last 3 Digi videos, both on YouTube and then the ones on the Reddit. And I categorized every single comment into like
Oh my
good comments
God.
and bad comments. And was like, are the Reddit comments better? And the verdict was yes, they're 10% better. which was like 80% of YouTube comments are bad, 70% of Reddit comments are bad.
God.
So it was like, yeah, they're slightly better, but it's
Crazy
still pretty
how
dog
many
shit.
ideas Digi has had that are just complete flops over the years.
You just
Complete
I just
flops.
remember random shit.
That's
all
like
that.
No,
that's like
here's-
actually that's like
There's been
90%
like
of DG.
hundreds of different projects and like directions
Oh yeah.
that he was gonna take
Yep.
that never happened. Promises that he never kept. It's
see,
just
I
crazy.
don't see. I don't even think of it like that. Like for me, when it comes to shit that like I've seen Digi do, I don't feel like anything. I don't. Well, not anything. He's done so much shit that eventually, like, there's bound to be some like bad shit. I feel like most of the stuff that he's done has been a good idea. It's just that he always starts it and is really excited, and then he just gives up on it.
Remember
remember the Shaft
ever?
Series? Remember the Shaft series, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
how long ago was that? That was like mid 2017. That was like almost 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
there's so many that like there's no one person that can keep track of them all. Except there might probably be like one or two.
There's
I'm
probably
sure
an
Wada knew
insane
them all at
person
some point.
that has done that.
I'm sure Wada knew them all at some point.
Wada's insane, but not that insane.
I mean, back in 2018, I'm sure he knew them
Okay,
all.
maybe then, because
Honestly, now that I'm thinking,
I remember him and we were.
Well, at least, dude, Wada has read all of Digi's blog. That guy's fucking
He used
insane.
to be really into Digi, like in Gen 1. I was kind of his apprentice for a lot of the times. Yeah, I mean,
Apprentice.
I remember so many conversations that we would have. Just
I get it.
Wada and I. Hours and hours would go by either on text or through voice. Like we just like pass the entire day sometimes on voice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wada. That
I remember
dude's my
talking to
fucking
Wada
hero.
about Digi content. Yeah, same. I love Wada. Love
Yeah.
you, Wada. I know he's listening to this because he loves this show.
Yeah, Wada
love you,
is
Wada.
base.
Love you, buddy.
Wada is base.
Wada's my dad.
I haven't experienced Wada as much as you guys, but my experience with Wada from getting into Ohio has been fucking
Real
base.
shit. There's
You know,
a video. There's a video on Digiboys that Wada uploaded in like early 2018, where he talked about how he had killed Digicord the first time. And he talked about like his time in like the sobriety movement and shit. And that video like actually like changed my life.
Damn.
Shout out
Crazy.
to Wada.
Fucking
Yeah,
okay.
that was
That guy's a fucking
mentioned.
inspiration.
That was mentioned. I forget if it was on the podcast or off the podcast. I think it was you that.
I think
Didn't-
I probably
didn't-
I think I probably mentioned it off the podcast.
Yeah, did you know, Will? Did you know that like fucking Wada is like a really hardcore, like absolutely
Yep.
no alcohol whatsoever?
Yep. Because here's
That didn't
here's
come up on the
I mean,
podcast.
he's-
no, it
anymore.
didn't. It didn't. Because here's my relationship with Wada. Obviously, my first time talking to him ever was the podcast, but since then, we've been DMing each other here and there. But then Nyard got on the podcast, and then Wada joined Digicord, and then Nyard started talking to Wada on Digicord in the voice chat, and I was always there for it. So I was basically, as I said, right? I was like the hibiki for Nyard and Wada. I was like joining them together, and so my relationship with Wada is largely linked with Nyard, and it's like, how do I say this? I mean, yeah, he's really based. I really enjoyed talking to Wada.
Wada's the coolest guy.
It's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But
If you want to hear like an abridged version of his sobriety movement story, it's in that video on Digiboys. Just go through Digiboys. Digiboys has some good videos on there. Some interesting stuff. Back from the days.
Damn. We should do that before we get him on again. We can like talk to him about it. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Talk to him about the sobriety movement next time. He'll go on and on about it for fucking hours as he does about everything.
But yeah, he did talk to me about the sobriety movement. In a voice chat.
In Digicord. Yeah, we were in there. I was in there. Yeah. But that video fucking changed my life. Love you, Wada. What a good guy. That's my man. Do I have anything
It's been
else?
going on for a while.
I still think that I have a healthy relationship with alcohol.
I mean, I'm sure you.
And
I'm sure you do.
I refuse to part with it.
I mean, that's not. I mean,
I love my
I'm not going
alcohol.
to talk for Wada, but I don't think he looks down at anyone for drinking alcohol. It's more like the cultural shit that annoys him around alcohol.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Although, I don't know. I'm the kind of guy where I just like every like I'll just get my stash and then I'll very considerate of others. I'll just stay in my own home and get a little tipsy and then I'll pass out and nobody has to fucking hear about it.
Same.
I don't want to like talk for Wada, but like actually I just won't. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That's fair. That's fair. That's the base.
Wada,
That's the base.
ask Wada
bad
next
move.
time. Yeah.
We're gonna have him on again at some point for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
do it, for sure.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah. Yeah. Wada and Yard. Let's do it.
Wada and Yard are very weirdly similar people. It's interesting.
I don't know if I could handle that energy.
That
would be a lot of energy in one
Wada and
place.
Yard in the same episode. Oh god, that would be something else.
It'd be like.
I mean, we gotta start having return guests at one point.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, we do.
Not until
we do
DPQ
it.
gets on though.
I just like holy shit, like I feel like like 3 weeks later you would post and you'd be like, yeah, here's the episode, it's like 10 hours long. Like or some shit like that.
Maybe. We'll have to stop them. I mean, we
Right.
stopped Yard and Dark halfway through, right? So we can do it.
Yeah, true. Speaking of stopping, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's
What?
kind of time, yeah.
Oh, is it time? All right, that's fine. I don't think I had anything else to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
think.
just kidding though. I fucking love you guys. This is
Fuck you.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Edubs, be more active in Digicord. I know I haven't been active either, so I can't talk. But like,
I've been
get
doing
out-
it recently.
Get
that was
out of fucking AIDS orphan, dude.
Nah, dude, I'm
out of
fucking.
AIDS orphan.
Wait, no, hold on. I gotta go find that. Before we get off, I have to fucking find that thing that like Howard posted because it was really fucking funny. Hold on. I mean, you can keep going, but like let me. Okay, here we go. I got it.
But yeah, I can't even tell you to like be more active because I haven't been active either, except in music, and all my Discord posts are like fucking reserved to group watches in Oracle now.
All right, so this might have been like 1 or 2 days after I started doing the crypto thing, and I made like a little post. I was like, hey, I made like $10, like yay, that's sick. And fucking I made like it wasn't even that much. It was like $5, and I posted about it, and then Howard posted this, and then it's just fucking funny like in context because the recent thing happened which was sick. And anyway, so it's just like really funny because like then Howard started being like, yo dude, fucking like we're gonna go to the moon, we're both gonna be like millionaires and shit. Like yeah, it's really fucking funny. But like that, yeah, he like I posted like, yeah, I made $10, and then fucking Howard posted that. That shit was so fucking funny.
But with the yeah, that should be.
No, I'm part of the don't change your profile picture ever gang.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I'm part of the change your profile picture to the same character gang.
dude, oh my fucking god, my best friend who's not like a Digicord related person at all, fucking changes his profile picture like every 2 days, and every single time he DMs me, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And it's his tape every single time. It pisses me off. I can't stand it.
Hundreds of times,
Ugh.
possibly.
I've had like maybe 3. I
think I only remember you with like maybe 4 different ones.
What?
I don't remember you
Ghuntz?
having that many.
I changed it like
Ghuntz is
4
at
or
tons.
5 times, and they've all been Hibiki. So
On Discord, I've only ever had 3 profile pictures, which is this one, and there was the Naru one from Barakamon, which I had for a while. You guys probably remember.
Well, after it was Camille though for the longest time.
oh, true, Camille. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Camille for like the
yeah, it was
longest time.
Camille for-
You're doing the fucking middle finger.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Or actually, fuck. I remember that.
yeah,
Camille's
it's iconic. It's in many memes made by Edubs.
Camille is a man's name.
Very true.
I wanted to ask you, Edubs and Will, by the way, because I forgot to do this. Did you guys ever get into like the PCP at all, or were you just strictly Digifans?
No, it's PCP. I was big into it.
I've listened to maybe 5 episodes and like very sporadically. So like the times that I did listen to them, I did enjoy them. But to be honest, like the whole PCP culture and like the Tom Oliver obsession, like that shit.
Tom
like, all flew over
Oliver?
my
The
head.
Tom Oliver obsession. What are you talking about?
Wait.
That's not the fucking PCP obsession at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, there we go. That proves my
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I don't know shit about the.
Are you talking
fucking
about Endless
PCP.
Jest? The Endless Jest obsession?
Yeah.
No.
That would make more of a
Wait,
what?
was that?
Or Monkey
No.
Jones.
That would make
Fucking-
slightly more sense.
Fucking
No, it's not. It's not the Mumkey. I do remember the Mumkey Jones arc. That was funny.
Mumkey Jones arc was fucking yikes.
Yeah. Fucking okay.
It was
so
yikes,
PCP,
but it was
I
also
was big
hilarious.
into it. I listened to like the first 120 episodes or so. Like really, like I was really paying attention to it.
I got into it like episode 60, so I just like binged 1 to 60 like over a couple weeks.
You people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
too crazy.
And so-
I could watch like 4. I couldn't handle the PCP at all.
Yeah, that's more on the level that I was
Yeah,
at, pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, fair enough.
So-
do you still listen, Will?
No, I don't at all.
Yeah, neither
because-
do I. Neither do
yeah,
I.
Yeah. 'Cause
Ever since ever since Nate left, basically, I listened to a couple episodes of that, and it's like it's just Ben and Gib and Tom, and like I love all those guys, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was one of the warning signs that I saw that kind of like made me stop watching because like, I mean, again, like the few things of Ben Saints that I've seen I've actually liked. Like,
Oh, Ben's great.
Like-
I have Ben's books right over there.
So my favorite things about the PCP were all the episodes with Endless Jess, of course.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and fucking the interviews I thought were all fucking cool.
Oh, the interviews are so great.
Yeah,
When they finally did the Tom Oliver interview in Redcon 3, I was like poggers.
Yeah, the Radcons were cool as
Yeah,
shit.
Radcons are sick. I'm sure Radcon might happen again someday once all Redcon 3 stuff comes out.
I think I
And-
stopped caring at
and,
like Radcon 3, so yeah.
I mean, Redcon 3 was like this time last year.
Okay, so I stopped caring.
It's only been like a year.
I'd say around like halfway through Radcon 2 or something. I
Redcon
love the
2? Redcon
Radcons.
2 was like,
I love
Redcon 2 was like 2017.
Dude, was it? Holy shit. Okay, I maybe
Redcon
I've
2 was
lost.
a long time ago.
Whatever. So I love the Radcons. I love like the fucking battle royales and WWE, and I love all the interviews. I love all the Endless Jess, and I love like
Oh yeah.
I love fucking like the panel cast. Holy shit, that's like my favorite.
Endless Jess is a
Alright.
comedic mastermind.
And it's just is a comedic mastermind. Me and Pawn in voice chat, we're just going, "Whoa, those tits! I love those tits so much." For like an hour.
Whoa,
at the end of the day. It was
Weave,
fucking
I love
sick.
those tits
so
so
good.
much.
Holy shit, that's true. Cleave and the Weave is so good. But yeah,
My-
there are
my
like
butt.
a lot of like PCP episodes that I really liked a lot and like
Oh, yeah.
quote.
I think the show got better around when they stopped doing like topic episodes.
Yeah.
During that cutoff, the show got really good again for like
And then it
40
started
40
sucking.
episodes, and then
Yeah,
it started
yeah.
like going down like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they exhausted that format almost, and then like
Yeah.
it started just going down again.
Dude,
I think
watching-
my favorite
but
bit.
I do
of,
watch a video. I do watch an episode every once in a while. I'm still subscribed to the channel. I drop into an episode every once in a while.
I think
I'm
my
not caught
favorite
up at
bit
all.
of PCP, like ever. I mean, I would have to think about it, but it's the fucking PCP University, where
Oh,
you're like,
Dude, I've rewatched all the lectures a billion times.
no, but I mean, no, okay, not the lectures, the PCP University. Like in one of their podcasts, I think about school actually.
Oh,
they
I
like
got you.
theorize what their ideal school would be, and it's just you get inside, and it's just all of them around you in a circle going, get money, get money, get money,
Get money, get money, get money, get money, get money.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit, that was really good. That
Mad
was
Bull,
really good.
Mad Bull, Mad Bull, Mad Bull. Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask if you know about shit. 1 second. Shit. What's it called? I fucked up. 1 second. A yes man in a no man's land. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
This is the deepest lore PCP content that exists. I don't even think most of the PCP knows about it, actually.
Well, you have
Alright.
to tell me about it.
I'll DM you. I don't want to give out the secrets. I'll DM you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else we got?
Nope.
We can go ahead and do. I mean, as usual, I do my usual closing, which is fucking play fighting games.
I have a rebuttal. Don't play fighting games. Play Trails.
Yes, and that's my outro
play-
here. Fucking.
Play
I will
Trails
play
and
Trails.
no, play Trails and fighting games. Fuck you.
Play the Trails fighting game.
Is there a Trails fighting game?
There's a Trails like top-down like arena fighter on the PSP.
Oh, that's fuck you. That's not.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's actually kind of awful.
But no. Oh yeah. Play fighting games and invest in cryptocurrency wisely after doing your own
dump all your
research
shit
and
on
be
the
responsible
Doge.
with your
Just
money,
do it.
please.
All right, you're not gonna lose anything. All right,
No,
do it.
Don't
Doge
do
coin.
it.
All of your money.
No.
Guys,
Dump it.
You're just gonna get torn, dude.
Invest
That's
in
all that
Sequin. I
matters.
got $1 billion.
You're gonna get all the
Sequins
anime
up,
titties.
I'm gonna get all the money. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Invest in anime titties, guys.
I don't want the anime titties to grow. I want them to shrink.
Cringe.
Ghuntz, do you have any final memes, Ghuntz?
I'm gonna ask a question. Should
Yes.
I come back?
Yes.
Come back to the server.
You have been exposed as the true villain.
I
do what
dumped
you
all
want
the
now.
blame onto you, and therefore you're banned forever. Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty chill. I mean, Ghuntz. If I'll be honest, like, I haven't been like super active in Digicord since I came back, but I've been just like hanging out in manga discussion mostly, checking in the other channels, occasionally jumping in voice chat. It's definitely a lot more tolerable after having to deal with being a moderator and then knowing what that's like, and then just being a guy again. It feels so much nicer. I think not having that stress on you anymore will make you see the place in a new way. So maybe
What's interesting
maybe
is
give it a shot.
it was never really a stressful situation for me, like constantly stressful.
Right, of course.
God, I was such a bad moderator.
I think you did a fine job for what you had and what you had to deal with.
Honestly, I'm gonna be super real with you. Up until the the fucing big moment, the big
let me die moment.
Big Gomina?
But up until that, like, honestly, like, your style of doing things, it worked. I think it worked really well for the most part.
It worked until Digi decided that she hated the server.
I guess that's fair.
Right.
Yeah, like,
I think your style definitely worked for the style of community that Digicord was for a very long time. Like, especially in like Gen 2 and 3, I definitely feel like a more aggressive moderation style wouldn't have allowed people like Howard to exist, and I think that was important.
Let me the way that I'll phrase it is that like anything, like what happened, like anything that did happen, that negatively contributed to the culture and like maybe led to a downward spiral, anything like that did happen, if you think that that's what happened, I would say that it was completely out of your control. Like, it had nothing to do with you.
Also, I was memeing. It's definitely nothing that happened. It was Gun's fault. It was all on me because I fucked up. And Lydia. It's Lydia's fault. It's not my fault.
Always. Always.
It was never. But yeah,
Gun's that's going to be the end of the podcast.
Gunz basically
remember,
didn't even
guys,
talk about it until it was already over.
I'm actually really surprised that the server held up for as long as it did with like in the state that it was, because it was like really just surprising. I always thought to myself, how the fuck has this place not died? Because I've seen so many other places die from way less.
Dude, it's because it's based. I mean, like,
it's because based.
It is a lot less. It is like a lot less active than it used to be. It probably won't be like you remember in terms of like every channel constantly being there, but like for the most part, like there's always somebody talking somewhere, and like,
well,
it's
because as I just said in general chat, we're all kings in there.
Yeah, we're all kings.
Yeah, it kind of. Digicord now almost reminds me of how it was back in like early 2018 after the student ban, but like a lot more chill and a lot less scared. Whereas like this is like a small group of tight knit people who are just vibing. It feels nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it hasn't died. Honestly, I'm glad that it went through my my ultimate test.
Yeah, I feel like me and Ghuntz, when I gave the server to Ben, I feel like me and you were really negative on it and we were like, this place sucks. This fucking is the worst. And I kind of I don't feel that way. I think it was good. It was an important place to me.
True.
Taught me a lot
Agreed.
about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Digicord's cool. Yeah, just talk to Tane. He'll bring you back.
All right. So do we? Let's close it on that good note here.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Um,
Yep. It's so
Remember, guys, it's always Lydia's fault.
No, don't
Is
say
this
that.
your closure for every episode?
Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it?
I'll give it, 8, a strong 8 to a light 9. Got something for everybody.
The fact that you're using
Transition.
fucking Centano lingo, I'm gonna murder you in your sleep.
Is that
Sorry.
okay?
Like I'm not memeing.
I think that's it.
Anyway, yeah.
All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever. All right. Yeah, fucking Digicord radio episode 8 with Ghuntz and Timmy fucking forever.